See what?
Woman.
We're all leveled up, which was the main thing. We're
Yeah,
all
that's a good
go.
point. Yes, you did level up last session, so obviously if you haven't done that, you are no longer getting your level up because I am just that much of an asshole. Yeah, you should be level 8. Let me double check because
I am 8.
I'll double
You
check.
are.
The one characters I always check because she's the most reliable is Nivara. Yeah, so she's level 8. Cool, beautiful. Because literally, she out of all of you, she's the one that keeps her Roll20 character sheet the most up to date, and I am proud of her.
Yeah, my Roll20 is not up to date. I'll do that.
The problem is, if it's not on your Roll20 character sheet, you don't have it. I did rule this at the beginning of the campaign, so you best keep them up to date. Because if you declare something and it's not there, you can't do it. Because it's the way I need to keep check on your shit. But
Daddy has a firm hand, uwu.
I do. With shit like that, I do, because there are plenty of things that I want to... Yeah, no, we're fully live. We're fully live. Everybody can see here. I will answer God in a minute after I'm done ripping you guys a new one. Except you, Rose. You're pretty good. Because, like...
Hey, mine's up to date.
No, okay. You know, but because the thing is, there's things I want to try and do, and like I'm not guaranteed too easy, but like say if like a pickpocket comes past you and you don't know,
yeah,
if I suddenly go, oh, what's in your inventory, it's gonna make you suspicious. Whereas if I say, oh, someone bumped you as you go past, and I say nothing else, it's on you to kind of be like, did he do anything? You know what I mean? Like, but you know, not necessarily that has happened, but I want to experiment with cool stuff like that happening. Maybe not even this campaign, but I just want the option there. But, hi God, how you doing, buddy? Daddy, I love you. You missed Father's Day, God. I am deeply disappointed. I didn't have a message, so fuck you.
You didn't take him to Toby Carvery,
no card, no wishes, no nothing. Fucking disgusting, mate. But...
Also, are we knocking a car free? Like...
What?
Ben, it sounded like he was saying, "Oh, you didn't take him to Toby Carvery. That's like only like a Father's Day thing."
He was on top of the mountain with no data on Father's Day. What? You're gonna need to explain that one, Chief. But
no data.
1 second. His lips look very blue. Go over to Mum, Stu. No, your lips look really fucking blue, dude. Like, real bad. It's alright, Mum wanted me to just look at Stu because his lips are going blue. It looks really bad, so check he's okay, because that means lack of oxygen. Anyway.
Still up.
No, Stu, I would go over there and get Mum to have a look properly.
Choking.
Yeah, no, because Stuart's, like, not choking or anything, but he don't look good.
Does he want to be?
You shut the fuck up, Liam. But we're going to start this session where... The party finally reunited after an ordeal that ended the session before in episode 13, chapter 4. You guys managed to find the 2 missing members of your party, considerably damaged and considerably hurt. And I don't believe much actually happened after that point. I believe the stories were shared about what happened. You met up, and after some other discussions, and obviously feel free to, if anything I've skipped over that you want mentioned, say it. You guys travelled back to the Call of Chaos, in which you guys calibrated yourselves as it was getting close to the evening. And you also found the makings of a statue that was being made on the foredeck. You guys are about to go into the night phase, where I did pause, because I know people did want to do stuff, but there wasn't quite enough time. So this is before you guys rest on that same day where everything happened over the last 2 sessions. Is there anything anybody would like to do? I believe, Rose, you said Nivara had some stuff she wanted to do, but we were like 10 minutes to 10, and like it was like a big thing or something.
I don't mind waiting a minute if anybody else had anything they wanted to do.
No, it was specifically you remember wanting to do something, but there wasn't quite enough time. That's why we cut the session before the rest. Otherwise, I would have let the rest happen. If there is anything else anyone would like to do, speak up now. Beautiful! Rose, as you were.
Cool. What does the statue look like as its bottom half is? Because I know it's not a completed article, but can I tell what he's trying to put together?
It looks to be, so far, because it's a humanoid statue. It's currently built to about the waist up, maybe a little less, and it looks so far like a person kneeling, like one right knee planted to the floor and then left leg is extended forward, obviously you have no idea of much more than that.
The Ottos are building this, aren't
No,
No.
the
No.
metal
Oh,
bender.
okay.
Our metal
Oh,
bender
okay.
on board.
Good thing.
Does it make sense now? It's a statue.
but is Uldar aware of Metal Mandy is the big question.
Not as abilities, no.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say.
assuming the Ottos are doing it then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sensing that everyone's a bit somber, a bit quiet, I am going to exit and go down to Lawrence, and I would like to do some more work on my spellcraft and trying to figure out how to speed up the effects on a body or reduce the effects on the body over time to fix bloody Luxana. That is okay?
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do as we go into the night phase? Very good. So,
a bit of reading, yeah, leveling up.
I was going to say,
learning
it's
spells.
It's
yeah.
assumed that you do activity. You don't just stand in a corner and stare blankly. It's just more or less, is there anything specific you want to do verbally out loud and role play through? But it's assumed, obviously, you relax, you do various activities. I'm pretty sure there's probably activities each of your characters perform and do that pass the time and entertain yourselves. But
I'm
Giving
learning
the option
descending
to
spells.
others.
you're learning. Do you have the materials required to learn sending?
Oh,
Do you
level
have
up.
paper and ink? Oh, level up. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a level up one.
Right. Okay, so it's a bit more of a
Sorry.
role-play thematic of... Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I thought you meant you were actually transcribing it.
No, sorry.
No, because I won't teach.
Nope.
Mama,
That-
don't teach.
That resource is gone.
He was never a resource in the first place. She's a human being, Uldar. This is what got you in the situation in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm not human, I'm an elf. I'm an elf.
She's not a commodity to be traded with. Or is she?
Not only that, I'm giving other people the option rather than me going to talk to them if they want to talk to me. If not, I'm just going to speed through the night. Doesn't it make
Yeah.
sense?
Well, I'm going to semi-narrate it throughout the night, just so obviously... Stop me if there is anything you guys want to do. But as the night wears on and you all retire to your different cabins and quarters, some of you will hear the cautious pitter-patters of the newest metal bender on the ship, as he'll purposefully seemingly wait until the vast majority of you are not in eye shot. He will do his best to stealth around the ship away from you guys. Obviously, he's not doing it with malicious intent, just more avoiding interaction. He will move in and out of the various quarters of the Ottos and continue whatever work he may be doing. He hasn't got, because at the minute he doesn't actually have a room. He's currently sleeping and resting in one of the storage closets of the Ottos. Because I don't believe one was assigned to him, but obviously that can be easily fixed if need be. He seems to work throughout the night quite feverishly, and then throughout the daytime tends to be fairly... That's almost like his rest period. He's like a night sleeper. Oh, day sleep, sorry. But easy enough. Obviously, you rest over the evening, and at this point, that's when your level up would actually take place. So, obviously, with Uldar learning his sending spell and stuff, makes perfect sense at this point. Everyone has now leveled up to level 8. And we, my friends, are beginning chapter 5 proper.
And Alder dies, right?
And Uldar dies.
So it normally happens.
Uldar, roll a con save.
The end of every chapter, Matt's character dies.
That is a good point. Uldar, roll a con save, bud.
I thought I did.
I didn't see it.
It's not gone through.
No.
Why is that not working? Uh-oh.
Oh no, he really is dead.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Is Uldar in
Give
the
it a
room with us right
refresh.
now? Oh,
It'll
well.
just be that your D&D...
Oh, there it is. It's a
Oh,
5.
it's
Right, it's a 5.
It's a 5.
So that's a fail. So can you roll on the injury table? Can you roll a D100? But as it's fair, you got to roll with a negative 99. Oh,
Right.
so that makes negative 83, which will go with the closest result on the table, which is 1, which is instant death. Huh. Shocker. Anyway, that bit took
Hold on.
way longer than it should have.
Yeah.
That's all initiative as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we're going to attack him.
I'll was gonna say Uldar's dying and Vlad's like, I must fight. Give me them.
Good to know that, the dice rolls.
I've just updated roll 20. Sorry.
No, it's
That's what's making
fine.
this work.
It just tickled me in that moment. Like Vladdy's, I must fight. Roll initiative.
Yeah, if everyone just refreshes their roll 20, it might
Yeah,
do some good. It seems to be roll 20 that's having an issue.
mine's a bit fucky.
But with the new chapter now fully taking effect, the morning comes to you all. New powers, new abilities have unlocked. Deeper connections to whatever deities you may be with, or following, or pacts you may be dealing with, or maybe long-term training is finally paying off. But you all wake up with a bit of extra vigor, a bit of enthusiasm, and a bit of energy. You will meet eventually at some point in a shared space, probably on the main deck and or in Josiah's quarters, as his bedroom seems to be the meeting point for you guys a lot of the time. It's kind of like, I'd imagine Josiah's probably the last one to wake up and already finds everyone sat around the table just chatting, and he's kind of like, oh, okay, fuck you know.
I'd like to make sure he's dressed first, though.
Well, he is, just in his pajamas. It's
That's all right.
problem, he's sleepwear.
I've seen enough naked Josiah. I don't want any more.
Half naked,
Aw.
give him credit.
When's the last time you saw naked Josiah?
He was in the swimming baths.
Oh,
yeah.
no, you didn't
go in.
You didn't go in, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good point. I said I'm not going to go in there because he's naked.
Yeah,
That's
you
right,
were
yeah.
approved.
Yeah, you can have it now then.
To see
Yes.
naked.
Yeah, you can have it now. You didn't have it before.
I don't want it now. Leave me alone.
But you will all eventually wake up and gather. So obviously I will now relinquish the space to you guys to commune and plan your next steps. You are currently aboard the Call of Chaos. The ship was on the way to the Crow infiltration, in which you told it to stop, and I believe you gave the commands to head to Ulster's Den, which it has changed course now to do.
Yeah, trying to hug Siren's Rest if it can do.
Yes, which...
So go down.
Yeah, I'll reiterate the path that it's taking. So it's going to go
Yeah.
and then down like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think our first mission, everybody, is get Viv. Like, we left him like on the island for far too long. We just need to get him.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
Forgot about him.
yeah, yeah. We need to get him. And then I think short term, we need money. We need to work with the Baroness and get some money, and also hopefully get Aldar out of his agreement.
I believe that would be more
We
long-term.
can ask.
So, what did Ivar say? So
I believe that would be more long-term. I do not want to annoy the... So, my problem is, based on what Archaea said, even though I'm a little dubious about him currently, I know that he is not actively working against us, so why would he lie? He'd mentioned that previously...
Actually, that's a good
But this
point. Yeah, you had a
entity-
massive thing in RKU's like, I completely forgot all that shit happened. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, that's like big.
Oh yeah.
The biggest point of the session I
The
completely
PBRG
forgot about.
just
Yeah.
Burst into the world. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
carry on.
wondered what
Thank you,
you were
Rose.
on about, but
Yeah,
I was
no,
like...
this is why I said if I've forgotten anything, please speak up, and nobody did, so I thought, oh, I'm
Well-
good. But now you've mentioned it, it's like, no, I just, like, the biggest lore dump of the entire campaign happened. Carry on.
What Archaea discussed about the Shifter in the Deep was that they have the ability to persuade certain groups. If they're planning to grow an army to take on the Yuan-Ti, I believe we need to do the same. So money would be useful, items or artifacts would also be useful, but people, I believe, is what will win this war. If we leave it too late, either side wins and we don't. And I feel like we are fighting for the people. The general stasis of Archipelago not being under either the Shifter's control or the Yuan-Ti's control. So my suggestion would be that we set this boat off to Ivory Sands after Ulster's Den. During that time, because it's going to take a number of days, we go to 2 Point Warning and just start doing quests. During this time, we cannot upset our relationship with the Baroness, because as soon as we do that, we cut off that area of resource. Let's play nice for a little while. And I think allowing all dogs to do
I
that.
agree. Yes, let's not poke the queen bee. Because the
Not
nest,
anymore.
just in case the nest gets angry. I
We
can,
need money now. We can get old dog released later. All right, I agree.
I can carry on as is. Because I'm allowed to do whatever you tell me. I'm allowed to be on the ship, so
This is it. So we play nice, we wait, and then as soon as it is that it seems that she begins to sour with us, that's when we begin to act. We do not want 3 enemies on our doorstep currently. We've already got enough with 2. Agreed?
Mhm.
agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that anybody wants to admit that we might have to deal with moving forward? Because I just feel like we've got a lot on our plates, and now would be the perfect time just for someone to say, "Oh yeah, I've got a megalomaniac chasing me down."
That's Dax, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah, I'm looking at Dax.
Well, it's Dax and Barnet.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
some druid. Yeah.
Have we heard anything
Soon
about these
as-
druids yet being around? We haven't, have we?
No, Barnett, anything you want to say? Any area that you were in when you were with them?
I don't think it's too far when I first met when I escaped from them.
We were on Ivory Sands when we all first met. Did you travel by boat or by foot when you escaped the druids?
By foot.
Right, okay, so they're on Ivory Sands then somewhere. Or were at the point when Barnet left. Okay, we can deal with them.
I will point out that I believe he travelled before escaping.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we
by
don't
that
know
mean he
where,
could be anywhere.
Right. Okay.
but he
So they're not
escaped
on Ivory
after
Sands.
they travelled. Well, they
Yeah.
would have been. So the way that I imagined is they might not be on Ivory Sands, but at the point where he escaped, he was on Ivory Sands.
Yeah.
So that's at least how we can follow the trail almost, is to find out what the boat was. Oh, that is a good point. When she says, because her head came up with this, do you remember the name of the boat that you were on, Barnet?
I don't know.
Do you remember any sort of signifiers that would tell us who we could potentially be dealing with, any threads to follow?
I mean, I kind of just got taken and put into a cage and covered up. I didn't really
I'd
see
speak
too
to the
much.
harbour master in Driving Stands and see if he remembers anything. He should have a name
Oh,
of
yeah.
the ships that have come in.
Oh
That is a good point.
You'd recognise a bunny man coming off a ship.
yeah. Gagged
To be
and
fair.
bound, just like running across the
Mm.
dock.
Right.
Worth a
You
try.
don't see that kind of thing every day. That excellent. So we'll put that on the Ivory Sands list. Excellent points. So, to combat Dax, I genuinely think with your problem, we're just gonna have to wait till something else happens.
That's
They
the
seem
problem
powerful enough to
behind
send
us,
you a message.
apparently.
Yes.
That's the problem will find us. So, set the boat after we've hit Ulster's, then set the boat off to Ivory Sands, and we'll all start doing quests and getting that money.
And gear.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
money.
So on that point, if anybody over this time as we travel to Ulster's Den would like to request what sort of items you'd be wanting, and I'll add them to my list. So maybe we do a bit of shopping with the bazaar as soon as we get some money and start exchanging fast. You know?
Have a look what
Great.
I've got.
We could probably do that on the way to Ulster's Den, but I feel like we all need a couple of days of, well, at least a day of downtime to recalibrate almost.
I believe normal adventurers go for magical weapons.
Are you a normal
Hmm.
adventurer? Is that how you classify
Uh,
yourself as normal?
Not me. I'm just thinking everyone else. I'm looking at the weapon users.
None of us are normal here.
Yeah.
They will tell me what they need. You tell me what you need, and I'll collate it together. I don't believe anyone.
I will have a think. I'm not sure.
Thank
Plus
you.
one armor would be quite. Some magic armor would be nice, like plus one armor or something.
Mm.
But
Point
Do
of
you
Vlad.
use a shield?
Very good. Yeah.
yes,
Armor.
I've got a shield, and if we can get that
you some sort
enchanted
of
or anything,
shield. Hmm.
More
Maybe an
enchanted,
animated
whichever's-
one. I've seen that before.
Maybe something to
Okay.
make me stronger.
Or maybe a weapon that actually can hit things might be useful for you, Barnett.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Something that
something
can
gives you
rage
little
more.
boosts. Maybe some
Raging in the
magical
rabbit.
weapons.
magic
would
magic
help.
carrot.
I do agree.
Old
Potions is
Dog
always
holds his
useful.
hand up with this ring. It's like, I've still got this longbow that I can't use. Does anybody want a longbow? A magical longbow? There is a man in it
I will
as well.
good point to think
What?
about actually, because and this is like an overtime thing, because you would have noticed that the ring would be less and less responsive to you, almost
Because I've been
removing,
ignoring him.
well,
yeah.
because you're clearly inert and inept.
Yep.
What do you mean there's a man in it? I don't know if we've had the conversation about
It's
the man in your ring.
Yeah.
a ghost or I don't know what he is. Just have it because I
A
can't
ghost?
use longbows. So it's a magical longbow, and there's a man who tries to talk to you.
If nobody
Well,
wants
yeah,
it, why don't you sell it?
There's a magical man in the ring.
Well,
that
I
talks to
glance
you. I
over
would love
to,
to talk to them.
I glance over to Josiah, who carries around a longbow with him.
Yeah.
It's like, I've asked Josiah, but he didn't want it. Anyone?
May I have some time with it, at least before we sell it?
Take it. It's no good to me. I can't. It's too overbearing, overwieldy.
Remind me where we found this ring.
It
I remember where we found it?
It was Fire Isle, wasn't it? No.
Fire Isle.
Scutter's End. I think it was where we got where the dragon came out of the crystal. Sorry, that's out of character.
Don't believe it was
Oh, it was
Scotland's
in-
End.
Was it not?
No, it was. There was a bunch of stuff. It was either Scotland's End or Siren's Rest. It was something to do with the Yuan-Ti
Siren's
where we
Rest
found it.
sounds more correct. In the
Right.
a temple there. Scotland's End, I don't believe it was, no. I mean, obviously, it's in one of my session notes, but the problem is I'd have to dig into my session notes to find
Yeah.
where I put the line, this ring is here, do you know what I mean?
It
Would take
a
me
long
far
time
too
ago.
long to find, yeah.
It was a long time ago.
What
You've
have
all
you-
seen me use
Yeah,
it.
because in
and
one of
it
my
not
one of
hit.
my session notes, it will be in amongst a list of like lootable items in an area, but it would take me so long to find.
I have
even
one question
even all
now.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because the ring is called the
Dark.
Ring of the Bowmasters.
Eldar, what have you found out so far from this ghost?
He was talking about trying to find a leader. I think he's old. To be honest, he was a bit boring. No offense,
So
and then
you have-
glares at the ring.
The ring, actually, I would
You
say
had-
probably at this point, given the amount of times you have essentially tried to pawn off the ring, I would say the ring probably to this point probably doesn't even respond to you anymore.
Just doesn't give a shit about me as much as I give a shit about him.
Yeah. It kind of reached out to you, and then you attempted, and you gave up so quickly and so pathetically, and then you've spoken so downward to the ring and the soul inside.
Yeah,
It just obviously clearly has no interest in bonding with you now.
feeling is mutual.
I would actually say it has unattuned itself from you. Rather than you needing to unattune from it, it would have unattuned itself.
Yeah, fair enough.
oh.
Because it
Was
does have
anyone
some
mindful?
control to that degree.
Sorry.
I like that.
Would
I
anyone
had completely
like
forgotten you had it. Otherwise, I would have told you as things were progressing. But because of how little of a shit you gave about such a powerful artifact, I'd forgotten you'd got it.
Gave it the wrong character. Yep.
You picked it up. That's not how this works. You picked it up, you fuck. I didn't hand it to you.
Okay, yeah. I think I've tried to give it away like 3 times.
You were just like, oh, I'm Rogue, so I must have the bow. That's not how this shit works.
I've tried to give it away. Yeah, anyway, moving on.
So can Nybara
Yes,
at this
yes,
point hold her hand out and just go, I'm not going to say how you clearly ignored a sentient being in a powerful ring that we found Simon's Nest where or wherever it was in those times, in a place where they were Yuan-Ti and you didn't bother to talk to them is a bad idea.
I do believe I mentioned it.
No, you have not. I remember everything.
I'm gonna say Nybara would have been all over that shit.
Yeah, Nia hasn't mentioned.
Specifically,
Like,
you
trust
would
me,
not say it.
Nybara would have made an entire session dedicated to this ring if she'd have found out.
Yeah. I even have it, like, in brackets. This is not player knowledge, character knowledge. Because it mentioned to you, I believe it mentioned that it was from pre-Gottlieb Krieg.
It did.
Pre-Krieg, yes.
It did. And it is.
Oh, did I really not?
The ring
mention that?
and the soul
You've not-
is pre-Krieg. It's a pre-Krieg artifact.
Mm-hmm.
You've not told anyone that there's a man in that ring. You just tried to give it away and said it was magical.
You've just
and
literally
that there was
said,
weird thing
there's a
with it."
magic ring that turned itself into a longboat. Does anybody want it? That's about all you've said.
Mhm.
I remember. Now it's been brought up. I'm remembering fragments. But yeah, you pretty much just said, it's a longbow. It won't turn into a short bow. Does anybody want it?
Also, I don't think you tried to give it away to the greater group. You tried to give it away to Dax once. No, Josiah.
Josiah and
Josiah,
it.
yeah, specifically, yeah, because he
didn't want it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it probably would vibe with Josiah, you know, but it's just Josiah's got a different path in mind.
Yeah. Is everybody okay with this? I believe this might be a priceless artifact. I don't think we would ever get the money needed, or they would have the money.
I was gonna
needed for
say
such
you
a-
are asking for money and you are sitting on some, you know.
Mhm. I just want a little bit of time to talk to it. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
I want to find.
Oh yeah. No,
It
you're
was
not gonna sell it
clearly-
without poking the bear.
Yeah, it was
course not.
clearly left in somewhere where there was Yuan-Ti,
I will point
and you
out-
didn't talk to it.
I will point out there is another magical item that you guys have that I don't believe anyone's ever used. Is the babushka blade.
That's
I have
Josiah's
used it.
though.
I have used it.
Oh, the
Have you-
shooty
Have you?
blade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically a magic missile dagger.
Yeah, I did. I have used it.
Oh, have
Well,
you? I don't
think
remember
so.
you
I've
using
used it.
In one combat. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's probably
once.
why I don't remember.
It's fair.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys. Well, to be fair, you guys have a lot of items that are potentially magical that you just not have looked into. You've looted tons of stuff, but never actually patted or studied it. Like even
Have
Siren. Yeah, oh fuck, yeah, like tons. Like in Siren's Rest, there's been like where you've opened drawers and you see like mystical gems and like fancy weapons, and you just shove them in a bag and don't ever talk about them again. There's tons of stuff I've given.
Do we need to turn the bag and hold it upside down?
The reason why I'm saying it is because it feels like looking at the party, I haven't given many magical items, but then when I'm thinking about it, like, no, I've given you tons, you just haven't ever bothered with them.
We haven't picked up.
I think the problem is
No,
it-
because like I'll
don't
purposefully
know, it's
mention.
magic.
Because I'll purposefully mention they look fancier than the rest. They look immaculate in condition, which kind of hints to it's magically protected, or like because magical items tend to always maintain their quality regardless of, you know. And I've always hinted at it, but I'll never overtly tell you it's magical because obviously that's dumb.
You wouldn't know. Yeah.
Oh.
Fair.
I don't know if I've missed some things then, or people haven't been telling me.
I
stuff,
know
because
to a
it's,
fact. I know to a fact of about 4 or 5 items that I've given the party that has been scooped in a bag during a looting run of a room, of a dungeon or an area, and then just never touched since. So people might want to check their backpacks. Because, but it depends. If you've just put it in, like, say if, I know for a fact there was a dagger in Siren's Rest, and I don't know who picked it up, that was really fanciful. It was engraved and inlaid with gems, and it looked immaculate. Someone scooped it up because it was in the bedroom of the professor that was doing all the studies of the super soldier thing. And someone scooped it, and it's not been touched since. And I remember that one vividly because I know exactly what item it is.
I'm guessing Matt has it.
Probably.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's a
no,
dagger.
I've only got the ring.
The
And
problem
cape.
is, it's whatever you put it in your inventory as. If you've not marked it how I've said it, it's going to be very difficult to then find it.
Did Wade
I
have
haven't
it?
got it. I haven't got any daggers.
Siren's
so-
Rest was after
No, I'm
Wade's
not.
death, Adam.
Yeah.
I've got a really nice Dole dagger, but you just said it was
Well,
a really nice dagger.
that one was
Well,
only
not magic.
that one was only recently obtained, and I did say it was nicer than normal.
Mm.
That
have
one
I
was
got
recently
it?
obtained. Probably, I don't know. You
I've
guys
got a
have
dagger,
a dagger.
but I've not. I've
thing
got
is,
a dagger.
If I've said like this really fancy dagger and someone's just written dagger in your inventory, then unfortunately it's kind of lost at that point because how do I know
Done,
who's
yeah.
got it?
I'll probably Chief.
Sometimes this comes down to listen to how I say things because it means a lot. I don't just say things for the sake of. I'm very careful
Yeah.
with my words most of the time. Sometimes I'm a fucking idiot and forget, but most of the time I'm very strategic in the words I use because it has meaning.
I think most of the things have gone in because
Yeah.
either I've not thought it was magical, which I apologise if that's the case.
I'll be honest,
Where it's
it was
described as-
it was a dagger of venom, by the way.
Oh, which is not brilliant, but
It's not brilliant for
it's-
any of us.
it's
but
okay.
yeah, it
It's
is
not
what it is.
perfect, but it's a lot better than what you guys have got.
Six. We've got 2 sapphire. So from that specific Siren's Rest, I remember we've got 2 sapphires, an emerald, a necklace, a ring. No, the necklace, ring, and body chain were from. No, we only got 2 sapphires and an emerald from there. So I'm guessing
Someone else
somebody
got
has
it. Someone
daggers.
else got it. The body
Yeah.
chain was
So I've not
from
looked at it in the party bag.
the body chain was from Charlotte.
That's
Yeah.
Charlotte.
The gems were from the same room because what it was, the gems were in a dresser drawer. The dagger was in a bedside table, and it was the second drawer down in a bedside table.
Yeah, I didn't go near that.
Josiah will
anyway.
talk about a dagger. Josiah will wave around the Dole dagger and be like, "Does this do anything?"
I don't know.
Well,
Do you want to stab somebody and find out?
Yeah.
he sort of waves it around like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, doesn't.
I'll have a go and I'll do an Arcana, unless.
Okay, I'll allow you to do an Arcana check. Yeah, I mean, because the with magical weapons, the most obvious way to test them is to use them.
I've
I'll-
got detect magic.
You could use that. Yeah, that would entirely work. If you
Could I
want to
try to
cast it.
attune to it? Like, if someone explains
Doesn't
attune
feel
to me?
it doesn't feel like it needs attunement.
Okay.
It does, however, feel lighter in the hand, and it does feel like it does feel a bit more agile. And with the detect magic, I wouldn't know off the top of my head what category to put it in, but it is magical. I think it probably would be on maybe conjuring. That doesn't make sense.
Does it do more damage, or is it like a blast or something?
Yeah, more
like
damage.
It might be evocation then if it's a more damaging thing, but that's more
Evocation's
to do.
Power of the Elements. I mean, yeah, fuck it. We'll
Like-
put it as evocation.
Yeah.
Essentially, it is a +1 dagger. It's not nothing
enchantment.
special. It's not nothing special, but it is. Well, enchantment is charms. I've got because what it is, I've got all the spells, and I put a brief emphasis on what they mean. Enchantment is charms, entrancing people and creatures. Evocation is harnessing
Well,
power
this-
of elements. But yeah, no, it's a
So this
+1
goes
dagger.
on for 10 minutes. So anything that's on people
Let's
that I can see.
take things
Oh,
off,
yeah.
yeah.
So
okay.
Why
Yeah. Things.
so let's break it down.
Okay, well,
We are pinging the detect magic, and okay.
Yeah.
right. Well,
Checking.
rather than
We've
me
not
going,
done this, we've not spammed it.
yeah, no, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind. Rather than going through everybody's inventory and double checking, is there anything in particular that people want to bring out and have Vlad look at and get an idea of?
Can I look at the brass ring that has BK on the inside, please? The one that we got
I'll look
from
at-
the
I'll put
box,
my-
Baron von Kennedy.
Okay.
So I'll go to put it on the table, so I don't want to touch it, but visually look at it.
Well, yeah, because you all had a copy of the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see if it's a tracking.
It looks to be magical, and it looks to have some illusion magic inside of it.
Illusion.
What?
And the same
Can I
goes
have
for
a look
all
at-
of the rings.
What the fuck? I've got a silver
Rings.
finger. What the fuck's a silver finger?
Where did you get a silver finger from?
You see, you guys have got random shit in your inventory and nobody's checking them.
I think it's because it's not directly applying what our characters would use frequently, so that's why we're ignoring
Yeah.
most of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it applies to us,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Well, it's
Can
just,
I dig into the illusion magic, and will I have advantage because
are you
illusion?
putting the ring on?
Ooh.
No.
Then how are you
I'll
going to
put the
find
ring
out?
on.
Okay.
Fine, I'll put it on.
Okay. Nivara puts the ring on, and you yourself feel no different. If everybody would like to make perception checks, that is something you are allowed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'm gonna kind of forgo the roll a little bit for Vlad. You don't need to roll.
Rule of call.
No,
Okay.
Vlad doesn't need to roll. Is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because Vlad, you notice the face of Nivara begins to shimmer with illusion magic, and
Oh.
what other people would notice, or at least Dax doesn't give a shit. Barnet and Aldar would barely start to notice. Josiah may, after a little bit, is that you'll notice just some of the more subtle blemishes and imperfections on the skin and the features dissipate a little bit, and maybe even the slight hint of like foundation, makeup, and basic like nothing like overt like going out for the night, but like you know, like almost like a daily
So
wear sort of thing.
everyone got a ring of airbrushing then. Is that what-
Kind of, yeah. It just covers some of the more subtle blemishes and makes you look a little prettier.
I don't need that.
So Josiah will waggle this silver finger at at Vlad. What's this? Is this magic?
Right. Do you
Pop it in my
remember where you
pocket.
got it from?
No fucking clue.
Because neither do I.
Uh-oh.
If you've just marked it as silver finger, that because I have no fucking idea, mate.
Mm.
Do you mean silver tongue? Is that the tongue that you got from silver
No.
tongue?
No. It says silver finger.
No, silver tongue is
the,
what
the silver
one of-
tongue is an actual tongue.
It's from
Cut
no,
out
the
the
silver
man.
fingers are from the dudes that Brad's dude. He had prosthetic fingers.
Ah,
Right. Yes. Yes. No. Yeah, you're right. The leader of the bandits had a
Remembers.
prosthetic finger. The
Everything.
The finger does not. Well, it actually looks like it once was magical, but it has
But
been.
it's been broken apart. Yeah.
It's been broken. There are flickers, but it is fading fast almost, and unless you can find some way of repairing it, it looks like it had some abjuration magic in it. Which, for those that don't know what abjuration is like protection
my
magics. Protection, yeah.
Can I get you just for Vlad to just take a quick look at the bag of holding and just see if it's pinging the way it should be?
Oh,
I'll
God.
have a look.
Let me see what it would come under. Fucking hell.
It should be conjuration.
Is that
I believe.
right?
Well, it's a bag of holding, so it's like popping things into a different dimension, I think.
Is
That's
it
the whole
holder
thing
or an
about
eater?
it.
Yeah.
I think the eater would be like necromancy or something like that. I don't know,
Um,
but it's up to me how he rules
it-
it.
It obviously is magical. It does seem to be popping some evocation magic. Evocation is like elemental.
Elemental,
Right,
force, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that sort of stuff generally blanket covers evocation.
Does make sense because it's got little seashells on it, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. It looks...
It's waterproof.
It's-
It's magically waterproof.
It's visually distinct of a bag of holding, but it seems to
Can I
be
do some
harnessing
sort
some
of Arcana
evocation.
check to try and see what it could, if I can get any other idea, or is it just I'm not going
Because
to kind of
because you've got the detect magic already telling you the school of magic, and you know it's already magical, and you know that you're able to store items inside of it. I will allow you to roll if you can explain to me how and what you're intending to do, because I can't imagine what else you could harness outside of, like, I don't know.
It's more so.
Have we ever taken anything out?
Outside
of
of like an identify spell, I'm not sure. No, you've never took anything out of it. Outside of an
I will
identify
try
spell,
and
I
take-
can't
Well,
think.
can we put something in and then?
Well,
Get
I've got a letter in there. The letter that we got
You've
from
also
the
got
archaeological dig
you've
site
also
in there.
got, you've got the letter, you've got some needles, and you've got some white resin in a box, I believe.
Yes, those are the 3 things that I put in there. You're completely right. Yeah, I'll try and get the letter out. If I can grab
Can you
the
make
letter.
Can you make a strength check, please?
Strength check. Cool. To strength.
Yes, just flat strength, baby.
What are you gonna roll? Did that roll? Oh, what's going on?
He hasn't popped up.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Just gonna quick refresh. Bear with me a
Yeah,
second.
D&D Beyond was being weird as
It's
well.
been the
I
best
think.
thing, yeah.
It's working okay for me earlier.
I had Roll20 working okay, but I was doing stuff
Seems fine to me.
in D&D Beyond and Random Combo.
If you can you see your roll? Has it just not come through?
It's just no, I can't roll at the moment. Wait a minute. Let me roll athletics and see if that comes through.
Yeah.
I know what I'm trying to do. I was doing something stupid.
Okay.
My athletics the same as my strength. It's a 0, flat
Fine.
0.
You put your arm in an attempt
48.
to pull out. Obviously, you said the letter, wasn't it?
Yes, the
You
letter.
obviously think of the letter and stuff as a bag of holding, and nothing seems to operate. But as you go to pull your arm out, your arm is stuck.
Well, I'm never using that again then.
It's been so long.
Is it a fucking mimic?
No, it seems to be some sort of portal to somewhere. I fear that instead of it being a bag, as it's literally a portal to a wall. Maybe this is a portal to, what's it called? The Ocean's End?
Yeah, you can't.
And
And
everything-
this is like Nivara's currently stuck about elbow deep in this bag.
Oh, I'll take my arm out at this point if I can.
Roll
do.
a strength check.
Okay.
As we're waiting for this roll to come through, I would like to remind you all. Hello.
I roll athletics again.
Yes.
Sorry, because I don't know why that's not working properly. I'm going to
two.
refresh everything. But...
Yeah, please.
Ooh.
Putting her other hand like on the edge of the bag and really like trying to pull, and she's not getting any purchase. And if anything, you actually notice the bag, like her arm's gone further into the bag at this point.
Well, I guess I'll hold the bag and like try and help her that way. I'll do the assist action. I've already making a right meal out of this. Can't you just get the thing out of the bag?
Can Nivara, at this point, make a Constitution saving throw if your page is refreshed?
Yeah, I'm guessing I might now.
Our main spellcaster needs her hands.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna roll in here. I'm so sorry. I'll try and fix it.
Can't you just, rather than rolling off your character sheet, can't you just roll a generic die? There you go. Because if you just tell me, oh, it's a plus whatever.
It's a 17. I should have rolled with advantage.
I'm gonna say with advantage.
Oh, well, was that? Yeah.
Oh wait, no. The con save's not advantage. It's the next strength check.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So
That's
13.
so 19 on the strength.
17.
17 on the
It's
con,
17 for
19
the
on
con
the strength.
save. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. You start to feel like something compressing, like the furthest reaches of your hand that are like deep in this bag at this point. You feel something start to compress and like compact and squash the hand. You're able to put up with it for the moment, but it looks like it's gonna get into a spot of bother. With a roll of a 19, however, it's still not enough, as this bag is slowly pulling you inside the bag, and things are starting to look a little desperate at this point, as it's
I cast Mage Hand that also pulls, and I will pull with my own hands as well.
I think we're going to need everyone to help you.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
jump
go
in as
into
well.
the bag.
So
Everybody in.
Everybody's gonna run around her, grab a piece of this bag, and pull. Can
Oh,
everybody make strength checks, please?
Oh dear.
Just give me a minute. My PC's just restarting.
That's fine.
It's an update. Sorry.
Oh, just strength check.
Please.
D&D Beyond doesn't like to do those, so that is that's a 12 for me.
Okay.
It's like 30%.
I think D&D Beyond has updated, and it
Yeah.
doesn't want to roll stuff, certain stuff.
Yeah,
It'd be 9 for me.
it's not just me then.
No.
Seems okay
I'm
for me,
gonna
but
have
yeah,
to
it seems a few of you are having problems, and I don't know why.
It's beyond 20. I think there's probably been an update. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, I just wouldn't use it then if there's issues. But with a combined effort, you are eventually able to pull Navarro's arm free. And everyone kind of like, it's got some fucking force. Like, you guys fall to the floor with a thud. And in Navarro's hand, there is no letter that she attempted to pull out.
What
I'm
the
just
fuck
glad
just
I didn't
happened?
put anything in that bag. There's a whirlpool in there. It was sucking me in.
Right.
If Navarro wishes to make an intelligence check,
Yep. Ah. It is working now. All I had to do was restart. Like uninstall and reinstall, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, do. You do the thing. Intelligence, did you say, Danny?
it's flat intelligence, yeah.
Nothing else. Okay. What? Is that not coming through?
No.
Right, I'm just gonna roll a normal roll. Yeah.
Please, yeah. I would suggest stop using it if it's not working, guys. I know you guys
It
bum
was
off
most of the
D&D
time.
Beyond, but if it's not working,
yeah,
it's
it's-
not working.
Liam just said it's if you right click, you get extra. You now get
I know, but-
options.
No, if like Rose
okay.
tried it and it's still not working, is what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
22. I know it's because it's trying to refresh the page. It's just taking ages.
You have
22.
you have theorized about the potentiality of what this bag may be before and got it correct.
Devour.
It's a portal.
Matt was on
You
it.
said devouring before.
You have.
Well, at least the things that I have put in it, which is a needle that you want to use, a letter, and some white resin. I'm not too bothered about losing those.
Oh yeah, the bag ate the resin is high as fuck.
I mean,
you died
it's
then,
angry.
effectively.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, it might be useful in terms of if someone tries and robs us. Or
Just
we
wear that on show, and they'll grab that instead of your coin pals. Yeah.
or someone we want a really bad. It looks at Vlad. He's like someone we want to. A really bad person we want to go away.
Over the head.
Let's just. I'm going to.
You
Put it
can mark
away.
it, Rose. You can now mark it in your inventory as a bag of devourings.
Thank you.
It has been so long. I threw it in as a bit of a, that'll be fun. And then nothing happened. But yeah, all the items that were stored inside have gone.
Well,
Is there anything else anybody wants to check in while we're here for these 10 minutes? That would have took a couple, but that's fine. Anybody got
I'll,
anything interesting in their inventories?
I'll put the ring on, see what it does to me.
Does the exact same. If anything, it makes you not to a great degree. It's quite a minor illusion magic, but it does brighten up and liven up your skin a little bit. It makes your tones look a little more living.
Yeah, not as
But
dull.
it's only a couple shades. It doesn't make you look immaculate. It only hides
Yeah.
subtle blemishes, like crow's feet and like things like that.
Just
And we
makes
got
me
those
more
from
alive.
we got those from the Dragonborn, and we've all got one.
No, you got those
No.
rings from the circus.
Baron.
From
Yeah,
Priscilla.
Priscilla sent them to us.
Okay, that makes more
what
sense.
you got given by Arkier was the offer for an injection to be able to speak telepathically, limited amounts of uses to Arkier, and then he can open a connection to you. Basically, giving you all sending, but only to Arkier. But only 2 of you, 3 of you offered. I think. No, Josiah did. Barnett, I think,
I
did.
had it.
You did. Josiah did. I think Barnett did as
I
well.
declined.
I know you declined.
I declined.
I know you did. Did Barnett decline, Liam? Good to know.
Sorry, no, we didn't know.
Okay, no, you didn't decline.
I was muted again,
And the
sorry.
problem was Adam didn't bother turning up to that session, so he just muted in the corner
Yeah.
without telling
Yeah,
me.
I
I
was
should
just
add.
wondering why would the Dragonborn give us
Yeah.
that? But if it was
What?
from the circus, that makes sense.
What
Well,
last
fair enough.
session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did tell you.
No, you said you've got a change in your work schedule coming up, and I said please tell
No,
me when
no.
you know.
Yeah, no, the last time I saw you, the time before, the first year, I wasn't going to be attending session because I had work late.
Yeah, but you said you would be coming on late.
Depending what time I finished, but I didn't get back until about 8, 9 o'clock at night.
You never told
Don't
me.
It
matter
might just be a thing. Moving forward, if you're not going to travel,
Yeah.
just let someone know the day before. There we go.
That was
Either
2,
way.
3 days before.
Either way.
I don't know. But I think we have resolved all of our investigations.
I was going to say, unless
No.
I don't think that if there's nothing else in anybody's inventories that they want to figure a bit more about, then obviously that's fine. The ring, the ring. Obviously, speaking about the ring of Bowmasters, that. Oh, you shit! You just deleted my text. It's the cat.
Control Z, Control
Is that
Z.
Yeah, I did. It would have a mixture of abjuration, enchantment, and evocation.
Enchantment.
Oh, well, as I said earlier, I believe we should at least take a day just to recalibrate. I'm going to message a few people, do some sending to at least prepare.
We've got a few
way
days
moving forward.
sailing anyway, so yeah.
Well, we could just, whilst it's sailing, nip over to the Baroness and get started early, but I am fine with that as well. I don't want to wait too long. I fear we are running out of time. So yes, I'm going to go find out what secrets this ring may keep.
Obviously, the obvious first thing you'll need to do is attune to it first.
Yeah.
But just as a quick thing, so what is the plan? Where the ship is still going to Ulster's Den, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. That is all I need to know. Because
The
obviously,
ship is.
That's where the session's going to be. Yep.
yeah, because obviously,
fine.
Wade's Rest is currently docked up at New Horizons as it's having its refit made and having its interior finished and done over the next few weeks. So that ship is currently locked into where it is, but then obviously the Court of Chaos will be heading south at a pace of 48 miles a day. So yeah, by the end of today, you should be saddled up next to Siren's Rest.
Cool. And we'll take it day by day.
Obviously, I'm gonna quieten Nivara for the moment because obviously she's gonna be spending time attuning. Is there anything during that time before I go and deal with that? Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I would like to kind of just slightly follow and just have a quick word with Nivara as she's walking off.
Go
It's
for
like,
it.
I know that you said that spells and books and stuff was personal, and I do apologize, I didn't understand, but is general teaching still okay? Or do you want me to just do my own research?
What do you want to be taught?
I just, I know the basics. We can. It's just, I still like learning magic, and you know a lot more than I do. Just general stuff. Is that allowed, or is that a no now?
Well, I'm not saying it's a no. It just seems rather odd. Are you not? You're not learning anything by yourself?
I mean, I am. I keep reading my book. I've learned. I know sending now.
I'm going to recommend that maybe we focus on just basic mathematics and go back to the very basics for you. It seems like a lot of your magic seems to be aimed more towards illusionary magic. You said very early on?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm interested in. Yeah.
So maybe we need to figure out what you are interested in beyond that, like why you are so into the illusions, and maybe start coming up with some ideas for how you can utilize this both in combat and out of combat in a more utility manner.
Okay.
Say, for example, what illusionary spells do you know?
Yes. List. Minor illusion, but a better one than most people learn. I can do sounds as well.
Most people can do with minor illusion.
Not visible and sound.
Oh no, it's one or the other. Oh,
Yes,
intriguing.
I can do both at the same time. Major image, I believe is one.
But you have that?
Mirror image. Yes, I know that.
Do you,
Invisibility.
Are you able to cast it? Okay. So, how about we start off with some homework? No? You enjoy homework?
I'm willing to learn, and I was
Okay.
looking to see that the teacher-student relationship was still going, and I'm glad it is.
It's fine, I am finding out very quickly that people enjoy that. So, what I'm going to say is that before you come for your next lesson, you're going to think of one of the more recent encounters and how you could have enhanced it by using one of those 3 spells. What could you have done differently to make it more interesting?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I just want to see what you think. Because I've not seen you use any of those spells before. So,
In combat, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm just saying, all illusionary magic has the ability to pull people's attentions to cover things. You could use it to make it see, and you cannot use this as an example, this is my example, but you could have had it that a large gorilla came steaming through the center of the encampment, or you could have had it that a dragon passed overhead and breathed fire down. Do you know what I mean? You could have had it that the very grassland around us when we were fighting, Vlad's individual, started to come on fire, which maybe would have panicked them a little bit and got them to move out into the clearing. Just think, beyond how can you use your gift in battle?
That's brilliant. And yes, I'll have a think.
Yes, feel free to use that, but don't maybe use fire and water. I assume that it won't look right.
Maybe an illusion of a snake by their foot that puts them off and they go, oh shit, for a second.
The snake goes raw.
And we
Wow.
mainly are working with your auntie, who aren't affected by
I was thinking of the ambush.
There's a
But
snake
yeah.
in my snake.
But yes. What don't
Yes.
snakes like? Otters. Not
What?
otters.
Mon-
It's not otters. Otters are
It's
the
not
wrong-
otters.
wrong
It's
creatures.
Mongoose.
It's
Mongoose.
monkeys.
Mongoose. I was thinking of
What
monkeys. and I
does a
got the wrong
snake
word.
not
Yeah.
like otters? What the fuck? Have we stumbled upon some racial tension between snakes and otters that we're not aware of?
I was thinking of
No.
mongoose, but I got the wrong. Yeah.
What's a
Feels
mongoose?
so polarly coded.
A
A mongoose.
No, I know it's an animal, but I can't picture what it is.
It's like a little mammal. It's like a ferret kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They hunt snakes.
Right,
A
okay.
weasel.
It's right.
I
It's
do.
like an otter.
I know what a mongoose is. I know it's an animal, but I just didn't know what it looked like.
It's a land otter.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Like
Land
a-
otter.
Ferret weasel thing. I've
Right,
never
no,
heard it
okay.
described as
Yeah.
a fucking otter before.
Honestly,
Matt.
ferret, weasel, land otter, I get the general gist of what it looks like, yeah. Almost, yeah, like a mole almost, maybe.
What? Let's just move on.
No longer. Anyway, yeah, moving on.
So yeah, at that point, I think Lyra just looked at Alder and goes, "Well, good luck."
And,
I imagine they've got to her
do you
room now
want-
at this point.
Do you want help with the ring? I don't think I'll be any help. Or do you want to be just you do your thing?
You've done
Further.
enough damage.
I've been weird
I
enough.
see that from your complete disregard for what is a powerful artifact, it would probably be better you not being around here to
Fair enough.
hinder the experience.
It hates you now, so please leave.
Yeah.
It could potentially hinder. Also, you have stuff to do, and maybe you could talk to some of the others. It seems like you need to learn a little bit more about our crewmates after your. Well, after you know how you all decided to try and follow us and nearly died.
We didn't nearly die, but we would have if
Yes.
if we'd have done the plan A had gone through. We probably would have.
Yeah,
yes.
it's almost like you fell upwards by
We looked
failing.
down. Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm just saying maybe talking to the other crewmates will allow you to find out. Also, maybe have a think about what kind of role you would like to take on the ship. I have one in mind, but I would like your opinion on it. I think it's time that we actually made you all crew, not just friends.
Okay.
Put you to work, boy.
So you can leave now.
Okay. Good luck.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I know, but we're saying.
hmm I'm guessing he leaves at that point.
I go away.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know if anybody else still wanted to do things. I'm more than happy waiting.
Would anyone else like to do anything specific during this time, or are we good to fast forward to the unveiling of the law?
Mm.
As Rose is happily playing with a ring, does anyone else want to do anything? Cool.
No.
So, I'm locking out, Rose. You get all the law and no breaks.
Okay.
So,
Um,
obviously, taking some time to attune to this ring, and eventually, once you are fully attuned, you will begin to feel the presence of somebody, something, someone. It's, you know what I mean? There is a presence in the back of your mind, and obviously, you may reach out to it if you.
I'm guessing she kind of like extends her because she can't see this. She knows that it's there.
No,
So
there's something's
imagine-
there, yeah.
Yeah.
You almost,
she'll kind of
if you
do-
could see the figure, you would almost imagine that they're like kind of like sat with their back to you, like probably like 10 to 15 foot away. You can almost sense where they are, but you can't see where they are. If that makes sense. It's almost like a mental image building up of where this person might be. You don't have any idea of what they look like. You just get the feeling like there's like someone over there, and they like got their back to me or something. And as you kind of just reach out, like almost like introductory greeting, like nothing nefarious, I would imagine. Almost inquisitive, like. You'll hear just a voice in turn, kind of like, almost as if it's talking over its shoulder back at you. God, good night, bud. Have a sweet dream, man. I'll see you later. It's fair, God's going now, because he's in India. He's 5 hours ahead.
Really? The ring just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, right.
It is supposed that I have been passed to somebody else. Who are you?
My name is Naya. What would yours be?
Matasuki Wistera. I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you. Matazuki, it is a pleasure to meet you. It will actually. How would you like for me to refer to you?
Matasuki is perfectly fine.
Good. I apologize for my friend's disregard of you.
She is not the first, nor is she the last. I would imagine that many people operate like herself.
Some do. I am a little different though. I would like to converse with you for longer. Is that okay?
Hey,
I know you are looking for a leader. Is that correct? That is all I got
not
from
a specific
Oda.
person, but someone to replace. Yes. Someone with values of protecting those who need it.
Oh. I do not know if I can offer this, but I am a willing audience. I would love to hear more about why you want this, where you are from, and who you truly are, Natsuki.
I do not know if you will be aware, but I was from a city called Ailera. You may roll a history check.
May I am an
I'll
expert.
put it in the chat as well, the city name. Don't bite my thumb, Yin.
Oh, that's an actual one.
You have no recollection of a city by the name of Pylera.
No, it's not Pyera. Pyella.
No, to be fair, now I've said it out loud, it's like, no, yeah, it sounds like Paella almost. No, I get
well, the
it.
fact is natural zero as well. Like, this is not. Yeah. Anyway.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I belonged to an order. More, I led an order by the name of the Quiente. We offered protection, services, as what you now understand as adventurers. I'll put the name of the order he was a part of. Yin, that is my thumb, you. Every time I lean over him to type, he's like chomping on me.
Aww.
The year was 623 when the order was created. And it ended in 642.
Oh, so millennia ago. Intriguing.
I do not know how many years have passed.
Over 3 millennia, I am afraid.
It's actually more than that.
Yeah, but I didn't see the point with getting down to the exact
No,
but it's like
no, I believe it's actually
3,100.
4 because don't forget there was nearly 1200 years PK, so you've got to take about another 600 years.
Well, this is it because he says 600 or whatever.
But you are aware that he's a pre-Krieg citizen. He's referring to the year pre-Krieg.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Player knowledge, character doesn't know.
Uldar told you that he reckoned the guy was potentially pre-Krieg about 20 minutes ago.
He didn't.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
He just was an old guy.
Oh, that was Matt. Right, never mind then. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was setting
That's
character.
why he's...
This is the problem when
Apologies.
there's no accent used. I can't distinguish the difference.
I know, darling.
It's not you.
I'm trying really hard.
It's not you. You're fine.
I know.
Yeah. Kind of like acknowledges it. I know it has been many years. I have had one or two potential people, but nothing ever quite right. Successful. Some either die trying or end up using the weapon for powers and things that are not apt, so I have to shut it away. Essentially, the way, without doing it in character, he explains that there are multiple stages to the ring, and basically he unlocks the power as time goes on based on how he thinks you're doing the work that a Quiente would be admirable to. And he will unlock stages of the weapon. There are multiple stages. Pola only ever got the first form, which was the opening form. She never actually got passed to any of the other forms. But he explains that there are a number of forms, and from the way he explains about the basics of the weapon, this shit could be easily a legendary artifact if it's fully unlocked. Put it this way, the first form is uncommon, quote marks. Second form is rare, third form is very rare, and there is a fourth form, which is legendary. But in the same vein, he can then shut it off if you start to betray the purpose of. And he's explained that there are people that have died trying to do the things, but obviously were clearly not skilled enough. Or there are people that have started doing the right thing, but then obviously turned and changed, and then he's had to pull away from them because they're going down the wrong path, almost. I'll be honest, when this item was created, the original intention was for Wade, but
Wade, by any chance?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, Danny, you don't need to tell us.
I was gonna say, I think you can kind of tell like who it was made for, that didn't pan out.
Nope.
But obviously, I wasn't ever gonna take the item back
did.
out because it was there. I was never gonna take it away. Yeah, he briefly explains that like the Quiente were an order which basically it's almost like a self-formed adventurers guild, but it's not like anyone can join in. There's not like jobs. It's just like a group of people that come together, almost like a party, but not quite. And they travel and do basic protection and guidance and assistance to vulnerable people. They're not like for pay. They do it like just because. Yeah, almost, Ben. Almost. But not as obnoxious.
If it is okay with you, whilst I may not be a great wielders of your power, I would like to converse with you some more. Find out a little bit more about what it was like back all those years ago.
If
More
on
of a
the
historian.
condition that you will help find somebody that is suitable, I will happily converse. Many
You're in luck.
people have often reached out and only interested in the abilities and not the reasons or the where it came from.
See, I'm all about finding interesting people, and maybe I will find somebody who is able
And
to
you will
bear
notice as you're
weight of such a
talking
task.
that the ring has shifted forms, and he's doing it more as a showmanship, like just showing you. It will have transformed itself into a longbow, because obviously I'd imagine it was in the palm of your hand, and you'll feel that in the palm of your hand now is the cat.
Danny?
The cat hit my mute toggle.
Oh, okay.
But,
Snake?
Snake! But no, he will kind of present it so you're holding now the longbow by the proper grip. It's just more allowing you
I can use a longbow
You can.
as well. I have proficiency with longbows.
Well, he's doing it more just to present it to you, just so you can kind of see this is the uncommon form, which it's a bonus action to summon and desummon as needed. The longbow is made of a dull yellow light. It's not actually physical, but it feels physical. Doesn't require ammo to fire. When the bow is drawn, an arrow will like spawn and knock itself, and when it's let go, that arrow will shoot. Think Bleach and Quincy's, if you've ever seen Bleach.
I know. I've seen Bleach. Of course I have.
The bow was modelled almost
I
one
know
for
who
one
it-
off the Quincy's. Like
Yeah, I get
with
it completely.
Uryu's bracelet. Well, this is a ring, and it's a +1 longbow. It works as a +1. That's its first form.
Cool.
He does it more just to show
I'll
you
put it
as
in
it's
my
like the because literally I just mixed it off the Quincy's because instead of blue it's yellow and there's a bit of backstory's different, but the basics of how the weapon works is entirely Quincy.
I got it immediately, Danny. What are you doing?
Oh, I know.
Explain what it. What's
well,
it called?
I'm saying more for the other party members and maybe the people watching at home as well.
Okay. What's it called? What do I list it down as?
It is the Ring of the Bowmasters.
Ring of the Bowmasters.
Yes.
Cool.
And also, the communication is entirely telepathic as well. I should state. You can speak out loud to it, but his communication with you is telepathic. And over time, as you are speaking with it, you will notice that the figure, the soul, the person, the creature that's inside the ring will eventually present himself to you. And I will say more for other players, only the person attuned to it can see the person. Wistera Matasuki.
Cool.
You will see him to be a male human, probably in his early to mid 40s, maybe. He's got pale skin. He's wearing like a dark blue robe with like a thick, heavy, almost like a bodybuilder's belt. Like it's like that type of thickness. It's chunky around the center that ties it all together. You can see he's got black hair. You can see there are a number of streaks of grey just starting to show themselves as age has taken its toll. And you can see that he's a tall person, but he's not a terribly stocky man. Probably quite a slim build and probably stands maybe 6'4", 6'5". You can see he has brown eyes and he's got stubbled beard and stubbled moustache, but it's shaped, but it's not like perfect.
He's hot. There we go.
There you go.
I'm looking for a man in a bow. 6'2", brown eyes.
No, 6'4". He's tall.
Give me a sec, the door's just
Yeah.
Give me a sec, the door's just
With stubble and dark hair, a little bit of a silver fox as well with that grey coming through. Oh, I think we finally found one.
He's dead though.
I know. Oh dear, funny.
Right,
Oh,
I'm back.
Paula would have been all over him if she knew what was actually going on. Paula would have had a ghost boyfriend. Hello.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy to move on if you want to speak. If somebody else would like to do something rather than just me, I feel bad like I'm hogging the spotlight. Do things.
Well, it's still night. Desire just sad and wants to go to sleep. But like,
No, it's the day. It's the
It's
day
the day?
we've slept. Yeah, it's the day. You slept. We then all came into your room in the morning. Like, that was the whole thing. It's the day.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, well, Desire was going to go to Naya
I mean,
too.
I'd imagine once the conversation between Wistera and Novara is done, I would imagine actually while you're in the middle of the conversation, you would probably hear like the knock at the door, and Matasuki will kind of look back and look to you. It is seeming you have visitors. I will speak with you again. And you'll see the form disappear.
And she'll kind of say, like in her mind, to him a final thank you before going to the door. Oh. Desire? I assume it's Desire.
Yeah. Hello. He probably looks a
The
bit
first one?
tired, a bit like not normal Desire. He's like, can I come in?
Of course. This is the first time. Usually you're summoning me to your room. What is going on?
Felt like the walking the ship.
Oh, okay. You'll notice that it's just like a desk covered in papers. Like, I imagine that despite Naya being very well put together when she's working on things, it's a mess. Do you know what I mean? Like, chaos reigns a little bit.
Papers
for a bit.
everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll try and tidy up a bit by shuffling them together. And then, like, moves a stack of books off the second chair in her room.
Did you, when we were on the island...
The bow as well, obviously, would have turned itself back into a ring, I should say as well.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you, Danny.
When we were on the Snakebite Island thing, did you have my hat?
Yes.
Ah, good. Sell it or get rid of it or whatever you want to do with it.
Oh. I think the hat is actually in the bag.
It was. You know that bag that eats everything that gets put inside it?
Well, that works out all right then. I wanted to get rid of it.
Why?
I was making Sky God sad.
Well, no.
Okay.
I was trying to be like him.
Oh no.
Oh.
And I realised
it sort of makes sense.
Yeah, that's how. Well, that's how. You know, that's how I learned to be a captain, kind of thing. But no, I don't want to be like him. Or I've got to be me.
Okay.
I was hoping that we could sell the hat and give it to the extra wages to everyone, but it's obviously fucking gone now. But that was my intention.
Actually, wait. Let me check something, actually.
It's a magic item, so I don't think it can be destroyed.
No, I just want to check something. Just give me a sec. You might be in luck, Ben.
Also, I'm afraid I don't know many people that would want to purchase that hat.
You could probably sell back to the
You know
Baroness
what?
or
If Novara checked, it actually would still be there.
Because it can't be. I'm not putting my hand back in that
no.
fucking bag.
It's once a day it eats. It's not been a day
Oh,
yet.
okay. Oh, I'll sort it out later.
You've got like a few hours before that shit's gone.
Well, I trust you to do what you see fit with it. Like, if we can sell it back at the Baroness, you know, the tricksy people will probably won't buy it back from what we bought it for, but just, yeah, I don't want to see it again, really.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
So...
Hmm?
You went to say something and I stopped you. I apologize.
I think it was along the lines of that, you know. I learned a lot from him, but I just don't. That's not the way to be. I know that much.
And you say you don't want to be like him?
No. Well,
You
I
want
can't
to be
throw.
like you.
I can't throw people away like that.
Good. So, I'm guessing my question would be, who is Josiah Blacksoul?
Someone who is loyal to the people around him. And someone who won't. I'm not going to say I'm a hero because I'm a pirate, but. Or the best person ever, but I will try and do right by anyone I meet. Especially those in my crew.
Good. I do think you are more than what you're giving yourself credit for, though.
I am very sad at the minute.
Oh.
I
forgot, you
What?
got traumatized.
Yeah.
Did you just completely forget the entire last
The entire, no, I entirely forgot the entire Archaea, all that facility stuff. I just
That was
forgot that.
most of the session!
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it
I will be more cooler and more badass in a couple of days. But the man who I thought was he can't even say the words, but you know what he's saying. Yeah. I just didn't think he was. You know the fucked up thing. When I realised he sacrificed me, I thought it was because I was special.
Oh.
I think it has been apparent my disregard for your previous leader. I can tell you that I know of 2 major mistakes that Prescott made. One was making a deal with something where he had no intelligence of what it might be or what it could lead to. And the other is ignoring the fact that you are special, Desire.
I think I knew that. And I think I would say he might be lying. He might have known.
That you were special?
No. The
Eventually.
the fucking not actually being Archaea.
Oh, maybe. But who would be such a fool to make a deal with an entity that I think we all suspect could bring about the end of days?
And you sort of see the devil's eyes like flicker in his. Well, let's not be so quick to judge.
Oh, I am not judging. Because there is difference, okay? So, how much do you know about the Devils of the Hells?
Not a lot.
Oh. So...
I was
the
dead
Devil
and
of
then
the
I
Hells-
wasn't. That was my education.
Okay, how do I make this clear? You were picked and have entered into a contract that is binding for both parties, yourself and your patron. You both now are somewhat tethered to each other, you and Loxana are. I believe that Loxana also picked you because she could see your potential stretching out in front of you. Not only that, but she is also tied to Sith, the devil entity. Devils are lawful creatures. They may be evil, but they are not outwardly idiotic. They understand how to maneuver things and manipulate things to the best thing, but they will not just try to end everything. Who would be left to rule if there was no one left?
Sounds like I could have made deals with worse things then. Well.
By far. Sometimes you need to get in bed with the devil to get what you need done.
Well, I mean, most of my knowledge of devils is pirates who've been away at sea too long talking about succubi, like. So.
Yes. I always did wonder why we saw the succubi back in and she'll go in and look and then realise she hasn't got it anymore and be like, did I give you the succubi drawing?
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah,
you must
yeah.
have done. Yeah.
Half of Ben's inventory is nude drawing of this race here.
He's like, he probably pulls it out. It's probably like tucked into his like jacket
Oh,
pocket.
and he's
pulls
got it
out.
on him.
There you go. Yeah, that one.
Fair enough. No, fair. Whatever floats your
He's
boat.
sad. He needs a little whatever floats your boat.
Hey,
Hey, he said it.
I said the name of the Facebook group chat. Woo!
Yeah.
Because we're all idiots. No, I'm kidding.
No, Rose, no kidding. We are all idiots.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all very intelligent idiots. Because we're intelligent, but we're fucking idiots.
Yep. Agreed.
And if that doesn't make sense to anyone, good, because it technically shouldn't.
Not unless you're a part of this group. No, I'm kidding. But he's part of this group. So, what was I going to say? Yes, I always wondered why we saw those pictures. Strange.
Oh, it could have been one of them wandering around, or as I said, it could just be, a pirate, a ship full of sailors just getting a little bit lonely, shall we say.
I thought that pirates did not get lonely.
Depends on the boat. I mean,
Well, this is it,
pirate boats are mixed gendered, don't tend to get as, and he does like air quotes, lonely as maybe other boats that are just one gender.
But would they not just sleep with each other at that point? Or wait
Yes.
till they get to port? And then
Yeah, I
sleep
guess how long
together?
port is though. That's the thing.
Any
How long
port
is
in a
it?
storm.
Oh. Any port in a storm. That's next campaign.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
all boat
We
related
TPK.
puns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everything's naval now forevermore. Yeah.
In the navy.
Have you ever been interested in succubi before?
He's looking at the picture. What do you mean?
I mean,
You always ask Goldar.
we
Just
established
give
he's not
Oldar,
creepy like that.
just give Oldar a Red Bull and a red skin tone. Red Bull gives you wings.
We've established Desire's not creepy like that.
I know, but he is.
No, he isn't.
I mean, if you were to meet one, would you?
Would I? Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
I mean, wouldn't you? I don't.
I'd probably want to know more of its secrets rather than have a carnal relationship.
Okay, I guess it's one of those things. It depends who or what they were and when, but I think we've established I find some kind of dominance attractive.
Yes, apparently you do.
Yes.
I said you do.
Yes. I said yes back. And he probably cocks his head a little bit, like, why is he bringing that up again?
What? Is that out of character or in character? I
that
can't
was
tell.
out of character, out of character.
He's bringing it up again. Okay. I mean, when we next get to port, we can maybe try and find you something.
It just happens organically. I don't need to go looking for it.
We never did quite talk about. I mean, we asked Barnett a lot of questions about what he was looking for, and I was under the assumption that Polo was what you were looking for. But I wonder if I have been mistaken, Josiah.
I don't know. Polar was very moved, travelling on. Barnett. It's moved on.
What?
I don't know what. I'm just laughing at Barnett for a second. He was looking for food, apparently.
Oh, idiot.
Give me a
You'll
sec.
find food soon enough.
I don't know. To be honest, it's something exciting. Someone loyal. I guess someone capable and what did Priscilla say? Someone who can dominate me either physically or mentally, or I think that means someone more just proficient at something.
Okay.
Someone worthy of respect.
Okay. Are you feeling less sad now?
I don't know what. Am I self-destructive sad? No. Am I still feel sad? Yes. But it'll pass.
I could maybe get tea for you. I only know a short number of things that can make someone happy if they're sad.
Does tea make you
Usually
happy?
tea is the first one. Well, it just means you're. It's something that people do when people are upset. You either
I
get
think
them
it's
tea, you
I
hug
think it's more of
them.
a shock thing. I'm not in shock. I'm just sad.
Okay.
He was like, you know, my mum and dad young, didn't see my dad. He was like the main person in my life for a long time.
Okay.
I-
Would you like me to move on to the next thing? I have a little list. It's what I see people do when they were back in the church. I really am not probably the best person to alleviate sadness, so
Does it need alleviating?
it will always be there, but I don't need you sad right now, Desire. I need you angry.
I'm capable. I'm not just self-destructive. I'm just sad. I can be sad and still do my job. I mean, what's on your list then?
I'll usually, and she'll come around and like pat you on the shoulder and go, there. It's okay? I don't know. I'm not really not the best person for this.
I think sadness is like all you can do is treat the symptoms, not the cause. And I guess what you'll ever learn in your weird elf church is probably make people feel better for a moment. It's time, isn't it? It's time, and I'll feel better. I respect you guys. You are important to me, and I feel all right around you guys. But it's still gonna fucking hurt that the guy who meant a lot just was going to just kill me so he could get power. It's just fucked up. It makes me feel fucked up.
I think at this point, a little fox will kind of like appear from the back as Kavane comes around and will go and do the heating blanket thing that he did for me. I think Niall will kind of like point, so
Well.
he'll go and.
Funny you should
Oh.
mention that.
Oh,
Because when you summon Kavane, he's no longer warm to the touch. Like
he's
he
not
was-
as a bus as he still.
No, he's a fox.
No, he's a fox.
Because the last time
Oh.
Nivara had contact with Kavane, I believe it was when you were in the grasslands before the
No,
ambush.
It was after, way after, and it was.
But the point was,
cuddling
he
him
was
at night
unnaturally
was hot.
warm to the touch.
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer unnaturally warm to the touch. But you do notice that patches of his fur have now gone red.
Huh.
And
That
you can
is not
see-
anything to be looking.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, you see patches of his fur have gone red, and one of his eyes has changed colour to pure black.
Seen him come round and then see. I'm guessing Desire kind
He's,
of looks
and
at him
he's
as well. like-
completely fine. He's acting completely fine.
Oh, okay. You want me just to hug your fox?
That felt intentional. Actually, I'm not sure. Something is different. And she kind of like squats down to look him a little while, and Tryon will pass, like conversationally going. Something you want to tell me? Like in her head to Gavain.
Kind of cocks his head at you. No? One of the ears just kind of flops, like as he cocks his head.
Are you still Kavan?
Yes?
Hmm.
Why?
You look different.
Felt different recently. Didn't feel bad. So thought okay.
Feel powerful?
Something with me.
With you?
Yeah. Don't know what.
Hmm. But does it feel warm?
Yes.
If anything changes, let me know.
Okay.
Okay? Just give him a little scritch behind the ear. If you want to, you can hug him. He's like an emotional support animal sometimes for me, so I don't know if that'll help you, Desire. She says aloud this time.
I guess so. Is he has a bit of a funky colour scheme in the minute, but yeah, that's fine.
Maybe there's something in the summoning. I'll have to look into it.
Perhaps. He's better adjusted stroking Fox than probably what I'd usually do to deal with this kind of stuff, so yeah, thank you.
No worries.
As the time goes by, with
She'll
emotional
get him to
support,
leave.
emotional
Yeah,
support
he's leaving.
familiar.
You can go with, like,
okay.
will come back
Yeah,
later. Yeah.
Okay.
She wants him to
There is
leave, but like not be sad, so he's just like, go with us.
just take this and leave.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, it literally is.
But yeah, returning to your quarters with the emotional support animal, I'd imagine you just chill and hang out with Yvain, Josiah. Yeah. Well, Navara.
There was one final thing I would like to do a little bit later, so if anyone else wants to jump in, if not, there was something I want to do.
Well, if anybody else does want to do anything, please speak up, because I have noticed there is a large number of people that are being very quiet again. So,
Barney, Glad, or Dax?
as the time passes on, I'm just going to move the ship forward over the next few hours.
Yeah.
Navara, what is it you would like to do?
So I picked something up recently that I would like to wrap, and I want to send a gift.
Right.
And it'll go to Josiah. So, but I'll send it via the autos. Trying to think of what we call them eventually.
Autos.
And this is a little bit later, and it'll be taken to his room. So if he's out of his room, he won't get it immediately, but it's there basically. They either knock on the door, or
I would imagine, unless
back.
Josiah specifies, he's probably just chilling in his room. Probably doing just daily rests, giving scritches every now and then to Kavain if he's still there, unless you've shooted him
He's
away.
probably training Kavain. He's probably like, even though Kavain probably could do it already, he doesn't know that.
Here's the trick, and you don't know it. You think you are one of the best animal trainers ever, because everything, like roll over, play dead, lie down, stand up, stay, fetch, everything, does it first time. You are the best ever animal trainer, specifically fox trainer, I should say. You are specifically the best Arctic fennec fox trainer in the world, or so you think. But that is not because of the fact that Kavain understands what you're saying and was commanded to follow you. No, not at all. You are just so damn talented.
He doesn't know how familiar with it.
Mate, you're getting finessed up to the hills, and you have no clue. But yeah, training Kavain, and you'll just hear, Captain, I have a gift from Nivara.
All right.
And he will open the door. He will walk in and will present. Rose, do you wish to describe what is? I know it's wrapped, but do you want to describe size, whatever, and all that?
Yeah, it's a sort of bulky-ish looking package. So it's about, it's just wrapped with paper and twine at this point. I know. I'm just feeling.
There was so many ways you could have said that better.
So it's not in a box shape, but it does genuinely look, and it's about the size of maybe like 2 fists, or like if you got a controller, like the size of that kind of. So about. I'm trying not to use it, but like maybe 8 inches across, and seems to be a little heavy when you hold it.
All right.
And there is a little scroll that's kind of put on top, and like in the twine.
Yeah, you'll look at the note.
Okay. I'm going to put the note in chat if that's okay, because I do
Please,
feel like I will stumble over saying it at the moment. So yeah.
Well, you put it in chat and I will read for you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I can Not guarantee any stumblings will be absent, but I'll do my best. Fuck.
There you go.
A reminder of the past, or maybe a future promise.
Okay. He will look at what.
That was a lot
gift
shorter
is.
than I expected.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
So you do what now, Ben?
Oh, he's looking at the gift, whatever the gift is.
You unwrapped it.
Yeah. Why do I need
It's
to
a
do a
set of
dex save?
manacles. No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
Cool. End on.
Josiah,
Done.
no, Josiah, make a perception check.
Okay. He's never had a flirty gift before. He is very like.
And it
Yeah.
was never wrapped as well. He said that you
Yeah.
meant to give
He's
it
never had a
wrapped.
wrap.
As
He's never had a
you-
wrap gift as well.
As you read the note and open the gift, and the realization kind of sets in, you kind of either chuckle to yourself or smirk or whatever.
I smile, yeah.
Yeah. The room goes a little darker
Of course.
as you look over the shoulder, and you just notice that Kavane sat on your desk where you left him when you were training him so delicately, has just swatted out the candle by bapping it with his paw.
Okay.
Like, you know, and like they fuck around and like he was like
Yeah.
nosing at it over each other, and then he's kind of just like bap, and smacked it and just like snuffed the candle out by accident.
You've made me so proud of this campaign. I'm like, he's gonna kill me now, isn't he? Like.
Well, as you kind of look around, as you quickly look around, and Kavane kind of looks at you a bit like, what? Kind of shakes his paw a little bit now because he's got wax that is like solidified on the beans.
Finally, Josiah, I have you now in the dark. Okay. No.
Well, actually, it does look kind of creepy when you look at the fox,
Yeah.
and he's got one completely black
Yeah.
eye and then one normal eye, and it's an Arctic fox who's white fur with like these blotches of red all over it. It looks pretty sinister, actually. And he's now back lit, so he's got like a shaded like front facing to you, and he's kind of like sat with his like front right paw is now kind of shaking as he's trying to shake off the wax a little bit, and then he kind of licks it and bites it, gnawing at his paw, trying to get it off.
Josiah will come over, help the wax off his paw, and like relight the candle. That's really fucking creepy. I love it. And he'll just go sit back down.
Okay. Travel continues, and again, please, I'm going to semi-cutscene it, so if anybody does want to do anything during the time, please stop me, as we always do with travel sequences, because I just find it better than going day by day, watch by watch. Does anyone do anything? No, I'm just going to narrate. If there's anything you suddenly think of you want to do, and I'll be fairly loosey-goosey with time, so if it's something you think of in 5 minutes, oh shit, I would have done that yesterday, just tell me, and as long as it's not too far gone, we'll figure it out.
We can turn back the clock a little bit, basically.
If I could turn back time.
We can now, a little bit. But one of our players can do it a lot.
Yeah. But the travel will continue. And again, throughout the evenings, you will hear the pitter-patters of Francesco going about the ship. You will, at different points, certain people will notice a couple of the Ottos will start to have small decorations adorned to them, as well as the statue on the foredeck being continued and worked on a bit more. It's now probably like at the midriff, the belly area now. He's working on it fairly quickly. It's not by no means masterpiece. It's not pretty, but you can see what it's making. We'll call it fuck, I forgot the word. Conventional art. That's it. It's not like lifelike.
Has the head been decided yet?
No, and nobody's spoken to him at all since you guys have
Do we
returned.
know he's here there? Because didn't Dorothy tell us he's on the ship? Or have he had this?
You know there is somebody on the ship that apparently has some abilities with metal. That was explained when you saw the statue. No, because he's purposefully trying to avoid you guys by coming out at night and sleeping during the day. Yeah, he's like some of you in your rooms, like you'll hear him footsteps like go past. He's not like in the night, and you'll hear him pitter patter out. He's sleeping in the storage closet. The only
Oh, I
people.
would have assigned him
the-
a room at
the-
some point. He's
Okay,
got
that's
one.
fine. The only people, quote marks, he talks to are the Ottos. And that's even
I-
limited.
Can I go Because I would go looking for him. At
You
some
are.
point.
Well, yeah, obviously you hear the pitter patters and you'll hear, like, the steps creak next to your door, which go below deck, because your captain's quarters are on the top deck. And
Yeah.
and as you kind of, like, stick your head out, you'll see, like, a small human lurched over the statue as what you see is fascinating, because this is the first time you've ever seen this ability. Rose was the only character that's seen it. She's explained briefly what it is, but you watch as he molds the metal, cold, mind you, it's cold metal, almost as if it's the consistency of clay, like how a potter would work. And you will see as he's, like, smushing with his fingers and pushing up, and he's, like, increasing it. Rose? Yes, you can. Don't do it on Roll20, please. Everyone can see.
No, I whispered.
Yeah, the stream can see it.
Oh, I thought the stream was as player. I apologise. Ignore it, everybody.
Even still, because it's to me, the stream can see it regardless, so I just didn't bother changing anymore.
Must avoid
I
stream.
thought it was player.
No,
Oh, no, I'm just gonna spam,
even when it's as player Rose, the problem is because it's to me,
Because Danny's
not yeah, because you're whispering
Okay, that
me,
should-
it still shows.
I thought it was because I sent it specifically
No.
to the DM. Ignore me. Carry on.
Yeah,
I'm not doing any creepy things. It's
Okay.
gone now. I've shifted it away.
yeah, but yeah, Rose, if you want to message me on Facebook, what I'll do
Will
is
do.
from now on, I'm
Apologies.
going to start having my Facebook open with the tab muted, because then I'll see on the tab it'll flash so and so has sent me a message. So if anybody does want to whisper the DM and, like, do shit that you don't necessarily want the players to hear, send it me on Facebook from now on. I'll try my best to remember, but I'll probably forget the first couple times. But yeah, you kind of come out and he's kind of paying you almost no mind, or at least you're either stealthy enough or he doesn't care enough to acknowledge your presence until you're pretty much right on top of him, as you'll see, like, the hands are moving and he's manipulating this metal so easily.
Josiah would be like cough like a reasonable distance away, so you wouldn't like deliberately sneak up on him.
Oh no, but like,
Yeah.
he kind of, like, the shoulders judder a little bit and the head kind of freezes. And he'll kind of, like, turn his head and he's, like, looking up through his fringe at you, almost like he's... You get the instant feeling he's extremely socially awkward and or a loner, or maybe there's something else going on. It's really hard to tell. Hi.
Hello. I'm the captain. I know you're on the ship, so and I figured
Yeah,
that you.
Naivara told me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
And you'll kind of see he's doing his absolute damnedest to avoid eye contact. Like, every so often, his eye line will glance over you, but he's looking past you or to the side of you. He's never, ever does he look you clean in the face.
I figured you were comfortable not talking to us. That's why you sort of work at night. But I just wanted to ask something and check you're all right as well.
Yeah. What's up?
I couldn't help but notice that thing you're working on.
Well, Naivara asked if I could maybe work here, and she wanted me to work on the robots, but I can't. So I was doing this instead. I can't work on the robots. Tried.
What? Oh.
Doesn't work.
Oh. Like, you can't... What's that?
Like, and he
They
kind of
don't
shakes
even-
his head like, no.
Your hands don't work with that metal?
No.
Ah. Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
taking nails out of some of the boards and made things.
Ooh. Oh, we'll get you some metal, don't worry.
No one questioned where he was getting the metal from, ever.
Well,
And essentially, just to explain, normally speaking, yeah, he's saying that he tried to work on the Ottos, but for some reason, the Otto's metal he cannot manipulate.
It's like basically magical metal. His hand don't work.
That's the ticket, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of character, he can only manipulate mundane metal, not enchanted or magical items.
And
Because
since he's stuck on
otherwise the potential would be ridiculous. He can only work on mundane metal.
Yeah.
If it's been enchanted or it is magical, for some reason it works like normal metal. He can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say that out of character because you'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, that's just.
Yeah. Well, we're going to a bazaar soon, so I can get you more metal, so you don't have to. Because Josiah will visibly wince when he says, "I got them from nails." Josiah will like wince. It's all right though. We'll get some metal that isn't needed to hold the ship up.
You can just get ore. I don't need
Okay.
bars. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
Well.
Better.
Yeah.
I can get the metal out.
Yeah. That's bro. I
It's
also
like
had.
picking the potato slices out of a soup.
Well, I mean that's. Why did you never work as a blacksmith?
I was working on ships mostly, and captains kept me busy.
I mean, it sounds like you can refine all like with a click of your fingers. That is quite.
Takes time, but yeah, I can.
It sounds quicker than
Can-
boiling it in a big pot and
can
having
work
to
with-
refine it.
Any metal, except the robots.
Yes, magical metal.
I've had people ask me to play with gold coins, platinum coins, jewelry of like copper and brass and stuff.
I'm surprised no one's asked you to clip coins.
The one?
Does Danny know what that is?
Yes, I know exactly what it is. It's the
Yeah,
Roma thing
okay.
where they shaved coins to make more.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what it is, but he's saying what?
Yeah. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, no, it's essentially making more coins from the same material. It's cheating.
Yeah. It's just forgery, basically. Oh, you like shave a bit of metal off each coin and then make a new coin.
Oh. I could.
Technically not legal. Well, it's fine for the moment.
If you bring me some coins, I can try.
I've had another purpose in mind at the moment.
I'm gonna say I can imagine like the tax fraud. Yes.
Navarro has to deal with economic disaster instead. No.
What is this inflation? Oh no.
Oh, anyway, I was asking about your statue thing for the front of the ship.
Yeah. I thought maybe at least doing something would be good, and it keeps me busy while I was waiting.
I can appreciate you being stuck in a magical ship and then realise you couldn't actually do the thing you were asked to do. That must be
If you want me to stop and
troubling.
get rid of it.
No, I'll just bring more iron so you don't have to take from the ship. And also, do you know where you took the screws and nails from? Because then I could give you metal and you could replace those as well.
The autos told me where I could without damaging the ship too much.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I can always give
Keyword
them to
too
the
much.
autos. Yeah, too much.
They were
I'll
like,
give them
okay,
to the
you can take those nails, but don't fucking take those ones, shithead.
Just Barnett's door just fall down.
No, someone's bed gives way like halfway through the night, randomly. Because now you know this. You're on edge of like, where have those nails gone from?
Yeah.
Something
Josiah's
somewhere is going to fail.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm going to give them to those fucking autos and they can replace them. That's in his head.
Well,
He's
you would
trying
like
be
to
nice.
think the Ottos, given they told him where to take the nails from, they would know where they'd go.
Exactly. That's what he's thinking.
And in the same vein, the Ottos, with limited capabilities, can maintain the ship, so they would be aware of structural integrity issues in certain places, or where it's not fully stable.
Yeah. Well, have you had an idea of what the head would be like?
No, I was just making a person. Maybe you could gift it somebody, sell it. I don't know.
Oh, I was thinking it could be like for the front of the ship.
I can make it, yeah.
Would you be alright if you made it like a devil S?
How does... What... Describe, please.
Do I take out the saucy drawing?
Oh no! I thought you were gonna do that. Yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, less horny, but I mean, that's the sort of anatomy of it.
But I thought devils had horns.
Yeah, oh, I meant less pornographic.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say, because if you hadn't specified, yeah, you would have had a nude sprawled succubus on the front of the ship,
Well,
like titty jiggles
I mean-
and everything. Like,
I mean, design's not against
everything.
that. Design's not against that, but I think Vlad might.
oh
think
god,
like devil worship's one thing, but jiggle physic, like devil
jiggle
worship,
physics
Vlad
succubi
wants-
on the front of a ship, yeah. Oh no, but no, you've specified him not to, so like, not as much
Yeah.
at least.
J-
know-
like heaving bosom but clothed, shall we say? Is that enough of a specification?
Yeah, that's more than enough. Can I use this to help do the thing?
Yeah, if you want to keep it, you dirty dog, you can.
Just so I know how things look.
Of course, and he winks.
He can't see you winking, he's not looking.
Yeah.
You wink as he's
fine.
like looking at your fucking left shoe.
Yeah.
And he'll kind of
Like,
like, because at this point, the entire time he was kind of crouched down, facing his sculpture, and he was kind of like half turned. And at this point, he'll kind of like stand up and like take the picture, looking down at it, and he's been studying it. He'll kind of fold it up and put it in like to his pocket for the moment, and be like, "Is there anything else?"
All I was going to say is, obviously, speaking to people is strong. So if you want to contact me, you can use the Ottos, or you know where I am.
Mhm.
And he'll just sort of
Yeah.
do a little salute, and he'll walk off.
Almost instantaneously as you walk away, he immediately just turns back and carries on. Like, there's no goodbye, there's no wave, there's no bow, there's no nod, there's no salute, there's no, literally, the conversation done, okay, back to it. Ignores, like, very, 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 clean cut, conversation ended, turn, done, we're done. It's quite, I'd imagine probably for Jose, you've probably not encountered someone quite like it. Probably a little weird. Just give me a second just to respond to this. Definitely not a player DMing me. Honest, not like I mentioned it 2 minutes ago.
I also need to mark off one of the sets of manacles. Apparently the people looked at me really weirdly when I bought them from the market. Literally was like, yeah, I want to go pick up a couple of stuff. And you know how the whole like Older and everyone who got left behind, so Brad and everything were told, yeah, there's this weirdo, and apparently she was buying multiple sets of manacles. Just for that reason. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I'll just take them off my character sheet. Oh, one set. I've still got another set.
Of course.
Manacles are just useful.
Is that set on your bed?
There we go.
I don't know. It never specified what Josiah actually did with them.
I'd imagine he just kind of put them in his pocket for the time being when he heard the pitter-patters of Francesco. Which,
He
funny
would have
enough,
left him
you
on his,
didn't
like,
ask
map
him his
table.
name. I think Novara would have mentioned his name's
Yeah,
Francesco.
Navarro did
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will at some point make a character sheet stat block that you guys can see, like, because I believe I made it visible for everybody else, all the other character sheets, all the other crewmates, didn't I? Can you see those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other ship, yeah.
Yeah, so what
And
I'll
Vith.
do is obviously... Yeah, and Vith. So obviously I've got to make one for Francesco now. Obviously I'm not categorizing them where they are, because I'm just put like, these are all the people you've recruited.
NPCs, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously
Recruits!
I've got to make one for Francesco at some point. So yeah. You go back, and obviously it's late enough in the evening that Francesco continues his work on the statue, and obviously will probably start to manipulate and change the form that he already made, changing the human legs to like hooved, furred and hooved, like long spindly legs, and you'll start to see the definition around like the buttocks and stuff start to change and be a bit more curvy and bobbly. And the addition of and instead of continuing further up to the midriff and maybe like just below the start of the ribs, he'll then, instead of doing that, he'll start to work on like a long tail with like a flayed spiked end. He's a relatively quick worker, but again, like I said, it's not incredibly detailed. It's quite basic, but not. But it's distinguishable enough. You know what it is if you know. Continuing your travels, and obviously the morning will come once again, and you guys will all gather for breakfast. You will see the progress, those that care, of the statue that has now since changed. You will all update yourselves on any small talk and activities you guys are doing, and I will remind you can jump in at any time if need be.
Are we going to the bazaar?
Today?
Well,
How far are we down, Danny, at this point? Where
You're
are we
about where you
sort
are.
of-
Actually, you got one more space. There we go. That's where you are.
Yes.
You're
Let's go.
averaging about 3 squares a day because the ship is capable of 48 miles in a 24-hour period. 3 squares is 45 miles, so you're averaging about 3 squares a day on this map. The beautiful thing is as well, because it's an automaton crew, it can physically go the full 24 hours non-stop. Unlike the Wade's Rest, where it's a human crew, there are periods where the ship has to slow down and or stop while people rest.
Bazaar? Is that where you wanted us to go, Captain?
yeah, I think get some money.
Let's make some money.
Also, we need iron ore.
Where do we need iron ore?
Francesco. No, it's not an ultimatum. It like the item ORE.
I'm joking.
Alright. Oh, I'm not used to. Old R's different. Yeah, Francesco. I feel really sorry for Francesco.
Why?
We put him on the ship, and he's clearly a very anxious man, and
Yeah.
he couldn't do the job we assigned to him.
Which is the first time, obviously, Nivara, you're hearing of this.
Yeah. The Ottos, he can't change the Ottos. Their metal's too magic for him. He can only do sort of
Yeah, because
normal
his
metal.
intention was he was going to, like, you were
Yeah.
trying to armour them up, because at the minute they don't technically have any armour.
Well, it was maintenance as well, wasn't
Yeah,
it? I think?
although you could buy armour and put them on the Ottos, his intention was maybe to add, like, armour plating and stuff, but he can't do it.
So I think he was very anxious of like he's aboard a weird magical ship where we're not here all the time, and he was trying to find something to do. So he started making decorated things, which is nice, but then obviously metal comes from somewhere, and like nails and screws in the ship.
It actually
the
tickles
furniture.
me that nobody thought, where's he getting this metal from? Because the other option he could have done, which he hasn't, is he could have been cannibalising your cannonballs.
Yeah,
Or Ottos.
yeah.
But
So
But
clearly,
he can't
yeah.
actually like them, but yeah.
Well, he wouldn't
Okay.
have if he could work on them, would he? Though that's the thing, 'cause he'd be working on them.
We'll get Francesco some metal then.
Yeah.
That is fine.
I mean,
Okay.
and also it's.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I like the guy. I'm not saying reassess him being here, but maybe he might be beneficial somewhere else. I don't know. Like we could still keep him as part of who we are.
Well, I did
yeah.
have an idea about this.
Okay.
But the thing is he likes being by himself. So one of my ideas is, if we get enough people, eventually we're going to need a lot of weaponry, meaning that he can craft standard
Yeah.
weapons for us.
Well, you can
on that-
refine ore as well, which just seems a very useful skill.
This is
Yeah,
it.
because
So-
literally the way you described it, I'll just explain, is like how iron ore is, as I'm assuming people know. It's,
Yeah.
There's bits of
He
iron
can
ore
draw
laced
it
in,
out.
laced
Yeah.
in with all the rock and all the stuff. Rather than having to melt the iron and like it draws out of the rock and all that, he can literally just pick it out and break
Got
the
to
rock
stick
open.
it out almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can literally just get his finger and scoop out the little shavings of iron and then mold it all into like a ball or something. Takes time, mind you.
Yeah, but it's still
Cheap.
Free.
cheaper. Yeah.
And there's
I
nothing
think
stopping
we
you.
need
Sorry,
to-
Rose, I keep cutting you off. I'll quickly say this
okay.
and then I'll stop. But there's nothing stopping you as well. Essentially, getting him on making trinkets to sell. You want
Right.
some money?
Yeah, I think that's what Naira was hinting at.
But sorry, Rose,
Industrial
carry on, because that's
capacity,
because of the Discord delay. Every time I'm going to start speaking, it's like
Yeah,
after you've obviously started, and yeah, sorry, my bad.
I will suggest that
fuck's sake,
you could
good man,
make
do it.
coins. I will suggest that you could make coins.
I
Okay.
did.
Let's-
Nivara has
Please
the
let
ball.
Rose speak. I've done it. I did it 3 times. Matt did it twice.
I don't
Oh,
just
dear.
Let the girl speak, please.
I think that we need to talk to him, maybe. They're making decisions about what we're going to get him to do if he's willing to be part of this group. I will
Oh,
give
yeah.
him some options.
Yes.
Also, we are not going to make him do coins. No!
No
We're in
tax
enough
evasion.
trouble as it is. Yes! Making coins or anything like that will completely destable this area. Suddenly, if we flood it with a lot of money very quickly, instead what we will get is complete economic downturn, rates of inflation, and then suddenly people are dying because they can't afford bread. We don't do that.
Does more money equal not affording?
You're
bread?
cleverer than me, but I
Right,
understand it will lead to people dying.
there is an
so
old
that's-
adage that I would like to insert that might be very apt. Mo money, mo problem.
Yeah. Because if you put thousands and thousands into the economy, what you do is you raise the prices of. We know this. We are.
Oh, well, Ben knows this, but Josiah's like,
Matt knows-
you're smart,
Matt knows
I'll
this.
just take it on red. Yeah,
Yeah.
Josiah's
I was going to
just
say,
like, yeah.
this seems a very in character conversation for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And I am here for it. I'm here for Nivara teaching pirates how to do how economics works.
Economics.
If anyone would like more understanding about what I am talking to, feel free to visit my quarters at any time. But in this regard, I would just like to say, let's not do that. Okay? So?
No, you're smarter than me, I'll take that as... Yeah,
It
I'll
just
accept what you're saying.
that is it. We're trying to save the people, not push them into more thievery and stealing.
Mhm.
So, who fancies maybe doing a little quest?
Yeah,
Give
I
them
think
some money?
get a bazaar, get iron, get money, sounds good to me.
But now money's a good thing. Okay. I
Too
don't
much
understand.
money. No, you don't.
Anyway,
It's-
carry on.
At some point, maybe if you finish
Old
off
dog
with
just gets
your
homework. Yeah.
you can come and talk to me when you're
I get
ready.
math homework. Yeah.
I would like to send a message, please, DM.
Please.
I'm sending a message to Morgan of
Yes.
the ship.
Vice Admiral
Oh.
Morgan, yeah.
That's it. Something along the lines of, "Hello, we would like to visit to pick up some work if you have any for us. Maybe something to do in order to benefit both of us."
I'm assuming as well at some point you will announce who you are.
Oh, it is Nivara.
I was going to
of
say, because
the,
it's fair it's
Qualifier.
assumed, but the problem is he probably gets a lot of these messages from a lot
Yes,
of
Call
crews.
the chaos coming in. Yeah.
Yes.
You're most welcome. I will make sure the teleporter pad is ready for you. We can discuss. And that's your response, and it is rather prompt.
Are you all ready? We'll use the pad to jump. So I'm guessing our pad lights up so we can jump when it's ready to go.
Well, yeah, because you have to wait a little bit because they essentially have to get the correct one out because they have so many. They have a storage system. So basically what it is, for each pad that you teleport to, they have them filed away in shelves. They're detachable from the floor. And the problem is if you do it too quickly, you're going to teleport inside of a shelf, which is... Which they can confirm has happened once or twice, and it is extremely bad. But yeah, the pad will light up, and then you're able to... and all quickly go through, and then a short time later, it will dissipate. And yeah, you are in front of Morgan, and in proximity of the quartermaster. Right, so... And this is Morgan. You said you had some wish for work. We do always have specific work tasks, but we normally distribute it to those in the areas we think are more useful at the moment. But if you're specifically looking for work, obviously we'd rather give it to people that are looking for.
Yes.
Is there anything
We
in
need
particular that
capital
you're
and
looking
items.
for? Diplomatic, economic trade, ambush attacks, defenses.
I think being honest
Not-
is.
Go on, Captain.
I was just saying nothing that would offend our cleric friend here. So morally,
And quick. We
Yes.
don't want something that's going to take us 8 weeks. We need quick and less darker.
stealing
As long as that
from
is okay with you, lads.
quote bad people is fine. It's just
You
I
kind
think we know.
of you kind of see like the eyebrows like borrow in like almost a slight perplexement of when like you can almost get the really like okay, that's kind of and it's apparent. No insight roll needed. It's fucking apparent. He's not hiding it. He's doing it almost overtly.
Like what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
he's almost
these
pushing it out there so you
individuals-
guys pick up on it because he's like really
I know.
almost like
I mean,
do
unless
you
these
not know where
individuals
you
were
are?
bad. If these individuals were bad, we would maybe be open to doing some work for that. Maybe.
Right. Well, we have
I'll
a
give him
cou-
a really pointed look.
I think we have a couple of things that we can do. Yes, if you don't want to do longer work, that would take out a lot of the delivery, merchant convoy protections, as well as tribute collection, as that would take time traveling from place to place.
Waits could do a delivery if they're not too far away. Just saying.
Wade's is currently in dry dock.
Mhm.
Oh, right, okay.
Remember, they're having internal walls
Yeah.
built. That
Right,
shit's
right.
going to take about 2 weeks. They
Yeah,
were gathering
yeah,
the
okay.
materials and starting the work. I specified it before,
Mhm.
just in case you
We
expected, oh, get them to travel here while we do this. It's like, no, they
Yeah.
can't. They're locked in.
Sorry, I missed that, yeah.
Yeah, what it is, the Wade's Rest crew are doing dry work, obviously land work.
Retrofitting.
Yeah, while the carpenters that they've paid for with the money that they was going to give you, because it was technically your guys' earnings, you gave it them back and said, put it into the ship, and they've basically hired carpenters to spruce up the interior. Because at the minute, the interior is just one big hole space. They're going to put walls in, they're going to have a dedicated like storage base, and a couple of like more barracksy style, but at least they're going to be separate from cargo, etc.
Yeah, they've been sleeping amongst the wood and all sorts.
Yeah, they've
haven't
literally been sleeping amongst whatever they've been hauling. And they did mention the one time that they were transporting chickens, and Dol nearly like throttled one.
Yeah.
But
So, what do you have, Vice Admiral?
you'll kind of walk around to the quartermaster's logbook and go to page 4, will you? Yes, Vice Admiral, we'll do that. And you'll see him and kind of looking over and going, and he's seen pointing out, and you can hear them mumbling between each other like, what about this work? As I know that one's already been claimed, and they're going back and forth on what work's available. Well, there is a couple of vessels that have been recently attacking some of our allied kins, like yourselves. You're an allied kin of the fleet, and there has been a couple of rogue vessels that have been coming in from the west. You could maybe, if you wish to, either eliminate or at least disable their means of harming us. That would be useful. I believe one of them, at least, is a crew that has been operating in the southwest for a portion.
Oh.
Well, it's not far from our boat.
Well,
Yes.
that's one. What else do you have?
Yes, well, looking at here as well, we've been in communications with a group on Cloudbreaker, mercenary group. We've put them on our books recently, and they're in need of some supplies. You could take them there. I believe the pickup is shot stay for the material there. We had it purchased. It's one of the islands close by. At least close to Cloudbreaker.
We could take them on.
Are we able to teleport said supplies to the Call of Chaos? Or we have to pick
Well, no,
up.
he's picked them up.
Take them up from
So we're
shops.
going to Ulcer's Den, right?
They're looking.
Yeah.
They're
So what
looking.
we
They're
do is
looking.
we
They're looking for
swing.
someone to pick up the supplies that they've paid for at Shotstay and take them to Cloudbreaker, where the mercenary group that you guys spoke with before apparently are now in some way or another on the books of
Yeah.
the Baroness.
Oh, right, yeah, I've just found shots today. Okay.
From what I remember,
Actually,
they
give me
were
a second.
quite.
I'll do a ping up.
They were more for money, weren't they? Rather than
Yeah.
signing on as in
They're
like.
straight up mercenaries. They will
Mm.
ebb and flow where the
Well,
coin goes most.
Whoever's paying
So
the
being
most.
on
Yeah.
someone's books.
Yeah,
That
you would
means
argue that they
literally
are
money, not-
lawful neutral if you had to peg them, because
Yeah.
they don't care who you are and what you do. If you're paying, they will do it, and they will follow that to its letter.
Yeah.
They're not allied in the same way that we are. So on the books is more like they can be called on. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
fine.
Yeah. No, they're not allied kinship like you are and like other ships are that they've got.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a tab basically.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. They're paying them like a retainer fee almost.
So,
What else?
yeah.
Other than that, I believe. Let me double check the name of the island because Danny has forgotten. In Fire Isle, we're having some issues with some raids on the settlement there. They've asked us and paid us for some help, and we said we were going to assign them a crew to deal with it. You could always head your way there. Problem is, you said your ship's near Ulster's Den, right?
Mm.
Problem is, we don't have much work that way, considering most of our
Yes.
formation is in the eastern hemisphere of the archipelago.
Well, you said there was a ship in the southwest we could take out.
There is a
but-
couple of, yes. Well, there is one that's in the southwest, and the one that's, as far as we've heard, is currently in the east, currently harassing one of our crews, but they're dealing with it, I believe. And
So we
Julian's
could
checking-
take out the thing in the southwest, and then
Hmm.
we're going to have to
What
head to
is-
the east anyway. So at some point, so we can
Yeah.
look at those stuff. Yeah.
It's a, he's kind of like reading the notes. Looks to be sightings of a submersible of some kind, from what I understand reading this from the reports.
In the southwest.
Yes.
Hmm.
Looks to be a crew of...
Sahagin?
No, Triton.
Triton.
Fighting ship.
Yes, a
which
Triton
island?
ship that
Yeah.
seemed to be in control of a submersible ship. You know, it's like going under the water.
Underwater.
Understood. So,
Where
what we
though?
could do?
This report is about 6 days old, but they were on the southern the southern side, sorry, of Genie's Lament.
Genies on it. Okay.
I'll do
Genie's
the
Lament.
ping, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Far left. Middle, yeah.
Yeah, we are skirting round that big boy snake pit. Okay.
Deja vu.
Yeah. So really, we could do Genie's Lament.
Well, these are more of the tasks at the moment that are suitable for your clothed friend. We do have other work, but you know it's a bit more. How you say?
Yeah,
and
right.
some of it's longer as well. And you said you wanted quick.
Appreciate the accommodations made.
Uh,
If it was Vlad,
I will point out it may be encouragement, as it were. If you manage to deal with the crew that's on the south side of Genie's Lament, I believe that, assuming you can render the vessel unusable and the crew dispatched, it looks like we've put 25,000 on there.
No,
If you, with the delivery to Shotstay, that's a payment of 2,250 gold pieces, as well as a collection of gems worth 300. If you wish to take out the vessel in the east, that one would be running you actually a lot more, because there are a lot more issues with that ship. But there's already a ship on that one, but they're already chalking up the 45,000 for that. If you go to Fire Isle and deal with the raids there, that would be 9,750.
Quick question. What is the name of these ships? The 2 ships, do you know?
You don't know the name, no, but we do have ample description.
Including the one in the east, please. I know you said that somebody else is dealing with that, but it's always good to get as much information as possible, just in case we're called on how to help.
If you have any other business here, I will get a small docket written up and given to you, and it will be sent after this session. Because Danny doesn't have all the details written down, ready to send.
It's more Naivara's listening out for specifics on a ship that might be heading in that direction. If it is, Big Bear Prescott's ship, I would like to know in advance. But
yeah.
It's cool. How does everybody feel about Jeannie's Lament? Doing a little bit of a boarding of a submersible. I just cannot say that word.
Under the water boat.
Yes, thank you.
Fine.
Submersible. There we go.
What's the requirements to capture this thing or to sink it? I'll just check in again.
You can do as you make sure it can no longer harass any of the vessels under our control and influence.
So
whether you sink it, capture it, kill the crew, scatter them, however, so long as they are no longer doing the duties that they are currently doing. Although
25.
obviously we would prefer to have some form of proof, as it is a rather sizable bounty and it is a large task. From what I remember seeing. Oh, go on.
Sorry, it's like there's a break and I got to talk and I'm guessing you can't hear me into the seat. Like,
sorry.
Reminder, because I know I don't specify it every night, but I am constantly casting water breathing before I go to sleep. So around about
I do remember you saying that yonks ago, and I had forgotten. So yeah, thank you for reminding me.
It's fine. I can do it as a ritual, and I'm doing it at like 11 o'clock before night.
It's honestly a fair thing to do on a ship.
Yeah. Oh, genuinely, I was like, as soon as we got it, I'm like, I'm doing that every night. But I'll keep reminding you. So don't worry if not. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Reminded myself of your vessel. I believe it was sizable and somewhat capable of ship-to-ship combat. Correct?
Right.
Good.
See. How would we fight? We'll have to have a plan. Excellent. So.
Those are at least the jobs that are, with the exception of the one, currently unassigned that might be suitable. Do you have any intention of picking up any of those? Because I can at least tentatively mark you down as I have done with the ship in the east, with the other crew.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, unless someone speaks
just so at least I can have an idea of, if you're intending to do this, I know at least there are so many crews interested in attempting a task, so I know not to bother putting more people on when it's not needed.
We're going to hard claim the Triton ship, I think, by the conversations we had.
Okay.
And then we're interested in
and he'll tell the quartermaster, Call of Chaos, working on the Triton vessel. Yes,
and then we'll go after the others after.
Yeah, and then there's
maybe
it's soft interest on the others, but we're
I'll put marks down. The only one I would definitely need to know for sure if you are definitely doing it is the delivery, because we need to make sure that the merchants that are holding our goods know who is coming. So if you are not hard claiming your intention of going shot staying Cloudbreaker, I would need to know now.
Shall we just ignore the delivery then?
Well, so out of character.
The delivery, no, it was 3,250 plus 300 in gems. So total payment would be 3,550.
So out of character, the reason why I'm a little bit less inclined to do that one is because literally we will spend weeks and weeks traveling around. We need to get to Ivory Sands at some point to get that set up. Do you know what I mean? Unless we can do it where in 2 weeks' time, depending on how much
it was on the way.
Because let's just math it out. Because you go there, you spend like a day in Ulsters, then you go to shot stay, then to there. Yeah, you're looking at it's 315 miles, and at 48 miles a day, yeah, it's about a week. And then obviously you've got to travel from Cloudbreaker wherever then.
That's it. What we'd be doing is going down to Ulster's Den, then over to Genie's Lament, then
Yeah.
over to Shot
Yeah,
Blast,
that's
then
a
up to
lot.
Carlbreakers,
Mhm.
then up to Ivory Sack. We do basically be covering the entire one of these. It's weeks at this point. I think I'd rather
Try and
not take
stop
that until we
library.
need to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you'll
Yeah.
be coming down to here, then to there. So that's 105 mile. Then I would probably imagine you'd do that just to be cautious. And then, however, wherever the ship might be here. And don't forget, the problem is with the vessel that you're hunting, shit moves.
Can't see it.
But it moves.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay waiting for you to trigger its, like,
Nope.
aggro range. Like, no, it's going to be doing its own shit. So, although it was last seen south of Genie's Lament, you don't know where it was going. You don't know where it is now. Because that report was 6 days old. Just full clarification.
We need to do something to draw them out as well, so we're going to need to look like big fancy ship. Good thing we've got a big fancy ship, hopefully.
Ah!
They should be intrigued. I know. But maybe we'll... Can I say to Morgan at this point?
Oh, can we get like merchant flags then?
Actually, I will...
Sorry, it was
I was about to say that. I
As you're
think you need a
as you're
merchant.
talking as well, Morgan will say there
It
is
was out of
also
character.
no. There is also, as a thing, if you want to keep an eye out, there are persons of interest that we've been paid to locate, capture, seize, arrest.
Excellent.
We have a
Easy
portfolio
detail.
of people. I can have a copy made of likenesses and descriptions, maybe names if they were given, and costs. Basically, you're given like a
Bounty
small
board.
wanted,
Bounty.
a small
Board,
wanted
yeah.
persons list.
Cool.
Because essentially, a lot of people, and the way it's explained through Morgan is a lot of people from outside of the archipelago as well that come in and want to do business will usually go to the Baroness first, given that they are the strongest and most prominent power from a foreign power standpoint. From a foreigner looking in, they are the most established, they are the most powerful, so then they are the most organised. So people coming in looking for work will probably most likely go through them first. Kind of backwards considering what they are, but it makes sense when you think about it.
Power equals authority equals government. It makes sense.
Yeah, and they're organised. They're strong. They're large. They're organised.
Organised, yeah.
Which is
Sounds like me.
everything. Which is everything that the majority of the individual settlements are not.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially. So on top of that, they'll give you a book, and again, I will give you the update of that
The
later.
info later.
Yeah.
And lastly, if you come across any other quests that you might think that we are suitable, please feel free to reach out.
We will. We haven't had anything useful at the moment, but we normally will send a messenger on board your vessel if we have a mission that requires your take-up immediately.
And once we have completed this, it's likely that we are going to want to purchase items from the bazaar. We
You
are
are more
looking
than welcome
for...
to do so.
Yeah, it will be straight away reinvested. So
Yeah, and what
we
he'll kind of
just
do
go-
at this point, he'll kind of pat the quartermaster on the shoulder. Right, if they're going to discuss potential purchases, if there's no other mention of work, I'm going to leave you with the quartermaster. If there's anything else you need, please obviously reach out to myself or Chichijik. I will see you all when you're leaving. But obviously I will let you discuss things like that with the relevant person.
Brilliant. Thank you for your help, Morgan. Oh, Vice Admiral.
And we kind of give you a respectful nod to the group as he'll like take his leave behind you and leaving you with the quartermaster in the room. Right, so I know you said you're going to reinvest the money that you're going to get with the payments, but do you have any intentions to spend now, or do you need anything that might be put on hold or order?
Yes. What I'm going to do is give you an idea of what we may want with the money, and if you could maybe spec it up, find out if you can get hold of it, and
He'll get
maybe
a
give
piece
us
of
general
parchment.
idea of cost.
He'll get a piece of parchment and a quill and basically jot down. And again, I'll give you this out of session because obviously with certain things, I'm not going to sit here and make up random prices on the spot.
Shall we do the same? Shall we
Yeah. Okay.
place the
Essentially,
list, send it over?
yeah, we'll do it
I don't know what
we'll
I
do it in the
want, yeah.
Facebook group chat afterwards. Where if you mention, oh, I'd have asked the quartermaster to source us one of these, and he'll be like, oh, you'll probably be able to find it, or he won't, whatever. Like, we'll go through it all later.
It's just us putting basically in an order so that when we have the money, we can
Yeah.
get it immediately, rather than him
yeah.
having to go away, source
He
it.
he
blah,
does
blah,
still
blah.
work like a general store as well. He does have access to the majority of book items and trade goods, basic trade goods, things like iron ore. He can procure within a
Want it.
reasonable level. He can't give you tons of the stuff, but he's probably got stores somewhere of some. So just if anyone's looking in the player's handbook at like the trade goods, the mounts, and other things like that, you probably have access to the vast majority of stuff at book price. Maybe slightly different depending on what you want and how much you want.
Cool. We'll give him the list then. It just means as well that we can do out of character, put together a list, because I've got some ideas of things I would want, and I'm guessing everybody else does as
Give
well.
you guys more time
Might
to
as
think as well.
well.
Rather than putting you on the spot, you might
Yeah,
think of
I
something.
need to look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I don't want you to be
Yeah.
like next session thinking, oh, fuck, should have bought that when I was there. I'll give you guys a bit to think.
+1 rapier is probably what Josiah's hunting for. But...
Yeah.
We
I mean,
need
we'll,
rapier,
yeah,
armor,
we'll go through it all in the
items.
chat. +1 rapier, obviously. +1 weapons is pretty easy for them to accomplishly get. More complex magic items is where it gets difficult.
Yeah.
Our thing will be to try and just basically kick everyone out with like +1s, or maybe get some fun stuff for people, that kind of thing.
Yeah, not
So we at
necessarily
least have
extravagant
magic
stuff.
covering.
Some basic
Yeah.
magic items, yeah.
Even though we'll have 25k, I think.
35.
35. Oh, I thought this one was 25.
No, this one's
Never mind.
35 and the other one is 40.
I
So
thought it was
the
25,
35K.
so 35.
I
Yes,
might
it
have, I
does.
might have misspoke, but it was intended to be 35. My bad. So
Right.
I'll re-say them. So the Triton submersible vessel, 35,000. The delivery is 3250 plus 300 in gems of some sort. The ship in the east that is already being worked on apparently is 40k, and the raids at Fire Isle is 9,750. Also,
So if when
I will remind you as well. This is more for other players than Nivara and Josiah, but remember, some of you have gems and stuff on you. Gems are used as commodities, so if you ever want to get them appraised and get a gold piece of value, they can also be used during purchases and things, because just like gold, gemstones, depending on the seller, some won't accept them, some will. The majority of vendors will happily accept stones, but they'll probably, like say if it's a 100 gold piece gem, they'll probably let you use it as an 80 gold worth of coin or something. There'll be like a little bit of knocked off, but just as a thing.
I'm thinking it's just out of character. We'll get that list together, put it together, and if everyone can mark like in terms of 1 to 5, like, do you know what I mean? What's the most important to you that you want? And we'll go down there, because with 35k we can get a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we just.
Well,
tap
this
it
is
and-
this also probably makes sense to you guys. The reason why you were being charged 120k when you wanted to have Prescott's ship
50,
cleaned.
150k.
Was
It
it
was big money,
150?
Danny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when they're paying,
It makes sense now.
they're paying the vessel doing it like between 20 and
They've already
40k.
got an inflation issue. I'm kidding. Cool.
Oh no!
So yeah. Oh no!
Oh
Cost of
well.
living. No.
Oh no! Anyway,
So yeah, at that point, I think we'll finish up with the quartermaster once we've got our order in, and then yeah, head out to find Morgan. Or
Yeah.
if Morgan comes back.
As we're walking away and no one's within earshot, I do kind of say, we're all thinking the same thing, right? Commandeer, take control of this Triton ship.
Yeah.
And add
I
it to our
will.
fleet.
Yeah,
Actually-
that's what I was
We
thinking.
can't. We can't. We have to. The literal thing of the order is for us to mean that it cannot work anymore.
No, they said we could
No,
come do it.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, no,
Just,
no,
it
no,
doesn't
no,
have to
no,
be doing what it's doing.
yeah.
It can be
Basically,
under our
you've got to stop it doing the raids on the ally kindred.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's
That's what we
ours,
can
Destroy
catch,
it.
yeah.
I
thought they
believe
were
he.
saying that
I
we had
believe
to
he did
scuttle
verbally
it.
say if you want to take over the ship, you
Yeah,
can.
he did. He
Oh,
did.
I apologise. I missed. I
But-
must completely deleted
But
that.
big ass butt for Nivara, and I will say that you would know this without a roll needed because of keen mind.
Mhm.
Do you remember when you were asking Francesco about his history?
Yes, I
and-
know. It's the one that.
Ah.
Francesco got
It was the
taken
one he
by.
was taken hostage on. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he explained he was taken on board a submersible vessel. He was given an apparatus to make him breathe underwater, and then was essentially bountied off.
So anybody who uses it will need to be able to breathe underwater. It makes sense because they're Tritons that even though it's submersible, they would probably fill it with water so that it doesn't bump. Magic. It makes sense. in a weird, strange way.
I mean, we could always sell it to Archaea or something.
Well, yeah, we take possession
Okay,
of
you
it
can
and
make
then
one.
figure out how to use it.
It depends if it's enchanted or even maybe Velaz could help us with this. I know that his people are CL, so maybe they can support. And no, you were mainly grew up in a human village.
Don't really know any sea elves.
Or maybe we look for somebody who knows a wizard. Or
I
we
know
could
a
sell it
wizard.
back to the Baroness and switch it out for another ship.
I think the first port of call is to find it, then
Yeah.
just try and
I
catch
agree.
That's just, yeah.
Yes, we are
One
getting
problem at a
ahead of
time.
ourselves, yes.
But we need to get all
Oh,
this
you
done
were.
first and get Viv.
Yes. So let's find Morgan out, and maybe I might get, if it's not too troublesome for him, get our friend Mr. Francesco to plot out the ship for us as best as he can remember, and the bits that he went through, so at least we have some idea of how, because we're gonna have to board this thing, because as soon as it
The
dips,
internals, yeah.
we've got to go in. We can give it some fire, and then as soon as it goes under, we're going to have to follow. We'll need to think it through as we travel there. So can we find Morgan, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, obviously ask around. It's easy enough to do. Obviously, it'll take a few minutes. But yeah, you'll probably find him in his quarters as he's just, like, writing up something in a ledger. Right, so I take it everything was suitable, yes?
Mm-hmm. We're good to go?
You're ready to leave?
Unless there's anything else you would like to talk to us about.
No. I'm perfectly happy, and unless there's anything else you wish to talk to... Excuse me. Danny had a burp. Unless there's anything else you wish to discuss, ask, request, anything you wish to check, I'm more than happy to get you guys sent back to your vessel.
Captain?
No, I think that's more than sufficient. Thank you, Vice Admiral.
Right. Perfect. Oh, also, by the way, we did actually get, thinking about it, we did get word. Was your vessel's by Siren's Rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was you on New Horizons post recently?
What? New Horizons boats?
Well,
Yes. Different vessel though, so I'm a little confused, but in character. Why?
It's alright, we had word come back that you assisted in a task over there, that was in aid of us. You mentioned to the priest, Alexander or something, that you were affiliated with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, carry on, I'm sorry.
They were protecting a breastplate of ours.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, so the... okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Poor Vlad.
the runners,
Yes, yeah.
the runners we sent to pick it up after they got there today and mentioned that you had been there the last couple of days.
Yes. We ensured its safe delivery to you. Part of our kinship agreement.
Well, it's good of you and it's appreciated. As
It's how appreciated
well,
is it?
he says this as he's reaching for
doing it.
something.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Then.
You don't need to ask every time. It could just be.
Yeah,
given.
I was gonna say, how's he saying it? Like it is appreciated. He's kind of like turning and putting his hand on a pouch on his bandolier.
Okay.
Which I don't just which one of you is the captain?
Me.
He points between Josiah and Navarro.
Quartermaster captain. He points
Right,
like
quartermaster. There you go, and gives it Navarro.
yeah.
Thank you.
Fine.
It's not much, but
So,
it is appreciated at least, given they were dealing with it there, the priesthood, but they were inept for the most part. But they
How
did
much?
they did get the item enchanted. No gold coins, no silver coins, no copper coins, no platinum. But inside,
Oh,
Electrum.
no Electrum.
damn.
I owe you one battle. Signed Vice Admiral. No.
It is a pouch of jewelry, actually. Mostly gold. It's not much, but
I'm gonna put it in the party funds
it
and then.
should do. Yeah, just put like payment for like protection or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Somehow, you know, because I know what it is, what's in there and stuff. Just as long as I know which pouch it's for, then I can tell you what the contents is.
It's more so that when we can get the thingy crossed, because I know that.
Oh yeah, because I'd imagine you'll want to pour it out onto the table
Vlad
and maybe
takes
get
it out.
an eyeball of
Yeah.
praise.
For
Oh,
protection from-
yeah, while we're here, do we want to get an actual bag of holding?
Get you a
It'll
bag
be
of
on the
holding.
list that's given to Quartermaster.
Right.
Don't worry. We will actually get one, but I'm not travelling all the way
Here.
back down to the
No,
Quartermaster
here.
to get a bag of hold.
Here, it'll kind of.
Oh, that was all out of character. I'm sorry.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind then.
yeah.
Never mind then. I was gonna give you one, but never mind.
Oh. Never mind.
Okay, well,
I
I don't
just
know.
said it
I
out
know
loud.
mine was. Mine wasn't because I wasn't in character, in accent. If you want to say your
No, but I
side
assumed
was,
Uldar was. That's why I was saying.
oh, okay.
Ma-
Then Naya will kind of go. Okay, well, I mean, we could put it on the list of things that we just given to the Quartermaster. This is in front of Morgan, so if you'd like to give it to us now, then you are more than welcome to.
Hold on, here. This is more from me anyway, and you'll kind of get. You'll open a wardrobe closet door, and like you'll pull one. Like you can see, there's a few bags on the like a rail. You'll kind of. I think it's this one, and you'll kind of tip it inside out, and you'll see a number of things like clatter out, but not much. Yeah. It's not. They're not terribly hard to come by. I'm surprised you all don't have one by now. I'll kind of toss you a bag of holding.
It's a long story.
Devouring bag.
Oh, you found one of those. Oh, God.
Do you want it?
I'll happily take it. Fucking useful.
I said
Oh, this is
that.
it.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh.
How useful.
Looks at
Wait.
Vlad. Not at all to you. Looks at Vlad again. And you're kind
I
of
like this
insinuating
one.
that there are devious uses for a bag of devouring.
Wow, yeah, I had already sort of hinted at. It's
When-
good at body
Yeah.
disposal.
Well, no, it's more if you're trying to get information out of somebody and they're not cooperating. If you put them waste in, you know, it kind of pressures them a little bit.
Oh,
Basically,
really?
picking them up and putting them in it halfway and being like, "I'll let you go."
we'll think about it.
You know, like in
Lion
movie
doesn't
scenes
like
when
that.
someone's dangling off a like a
Mhm.
building and
Yep,
they're like,
I hate
"I'll let-"
it.
It's literally that, but with a bag.
But we finally got a proper bag of holding. This does look like a bag of holding, doesn't it?
Make a
So we'll
perception check.
commonly know.
You
Captain,
saw stuff
really,
come
it's
out
right
of
in
it.
front of
We
my
did
eyes.
Come out of it.
Yeah.
I
Just
will
wanna make
say,
sure it's
what
not-
tickles me is it's took you till session 35. We're on session 35 today.
That's because I didn't want to. Like,
Oh, I
be
know, I
like,
know, I know,
I
I
want to
know.
do an Arcana check. I was trying to play the game a
I
little
know, and I appreciate it. It looks
I'm
just
gonna
like
keep
a
the
bag
bag
of
of
holding, and the
devouring
fact
now.
that he turned it inside out and stuff poured out, do you know what I mean? You are
It
confident.
works as intended, yeah.
You are confident, yeah.
I am going to keep the bag of devouring though, because I just don't like the idea of what he's suggesting to do it. But I did like Desire's idea of body disposal, just in case we ever need it. It's sensible.
So you offered it him, and then now you're attracting the giving of him.
I didn't give it to him. I
No,
said,
I
how
s-
much? How
you said,
useful is
do
it
you
to
want?
him?
No, you said, do you want it? And he went, yes, because it's
I didn't
useful.
say, do you want it? I said, how useful.
Well,
I
roll
can't
them
remember
tapes.
now. Anyway,
I'm going to put a marker down because I'm going to show you up later. It doesn't
Okay, that's
matter.
fine.
I'll allow you to retract it if you wish, but you did.
You did say you want it.
And then when he said
Did I say,
yes
did you
because it's
want
fucking
it?
useful,
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
he was like, hell yeah,
Oh.
it's fucking useful. And then you were like, why?
How useful.
Yeah, but it's fine.
no, I didn't realise. I'm sorry. I apologise. You don't need
No,
to. do
no,
all
no.
that
You're
for
getting,
me. I
you're
believe
getting his
you.
hopes up. I get it. You're edging the
It's
ambassador.
fine if he wants it. He can have it. I'm totally fine with it.
It's fine.
I just thought it
Fine,
was based on
fine.
the use.
I want it no.
It's up to everybody else. It's not just me by
I want it
myself.
no. Fuck you.
You don't want it now.
Whatever. It's fine.
Keep it. Let's keep it.
Stop
Okay.
rose baiting. Let's move on. So,
But I like it. It's fun.
stop it now. Story now.
Okay. Anyway,
On that
back
note-
to the story.
Thank you for your assistance, Vice Admiral.
Yes. You at least seem more capable
Captain?
than some.
I will allow our captain to maybe give you some good words because I realise that since you pointed out who was the captain, I may have been overstepping slightly.
No, I think like he's like the quartermaster does a lot of the
Yeah.
logistic work. We've got to delegate, haven't we? Sometimes.
You sound like quartermasters to me.
I did read quite a few books before. Did I? No, I didn't. Apologies, I misremembered. Maybe we should go. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, and obviously you'll be escorted to the quartermaster again, where the teleporter pads are.
Cool. And can we jump back?
Easy enough to
Do
do.
we have to use the bit? or-
No, you don't, because like they'll set it up. They'll tell you right, go, and you go back. Easy enough to do. It's an incredibly over-the-top process, but it works and it's stable, which is good. But you can only imagine how intricate it is, the system they've got in place. Because they basically shrink the size of the plate and then put it in like a storage container with hundreds of others. And each one is unique to a different ship or place. So you can clearly see that they've got a large web of allies, kins, all sorts. Their influence spreads deep. But you are back on the Call of Chaos. You are back with a bag of holding, a bag of jewellery that may or may not value some money in the future if you choose to sell it, or it might make some of you look extra pretty.
Don't need jewelry. Pretty enough. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing we continue going down towards Ulcers then?
You do indeed. And the travel is continued. And obviously, you left late-ish afternoon. You were probably back just before noon, maybe, on the Call of Chaos. And obviously, the travel has and is continuing. You will all start to notice the statue on the fore of the ship is now taking on a slightly more curved demonic form. Definitely feminine in nature.
Naya does glance at it at one point and kind of cock her head a little bit, like, what?
I feel like I was going to do the same thing as well. I was like, okay.
We both stand there and both go,
Well, yeah, it's almost for those that are moderately interested. I'd imagine you keep checking in like, oh, it's coming along all right. And then you're like, wait a minute. And Josiah, it's not hard to see that Uldar and Nivara are kind of looking at it a bit furiously.
He doesn't say anything. It's fucking funny.
More than the cursory glance of the, oh, it's coming along. They're looking at it a
I
bit,
still think the Ottos are doing it.
oh yeah, you don't know. The Ottos are unionizing.
They yearn for the succubi.
I'd like to go and sit down nearby and just watch this statue and watch the person build it.
he's
I'll
not
be-
there,
that
he
won't-
works- he works at
I'll be
night.
the
He
middle
does
of
it.
the night.
He does it in the dead of night. Yeah.
Yeah, at the minute,
That's fine, 'cause-
Francesco's currently out cold. He's out asleep. Like, this is he's just gone to bed like a few hours ago.
He's a night shifter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
It's night work.
asleep.
So what's it look like at the moment? Do I recognise
It's
it?
currently at about the navel height, like belly button for those that don't know what navel is. It's got like furred goat legs and they're quite thin and slender, and it's still in like a kneeling position at the moment with the right knee back and the left knee forward. There's like a tail that like comes out and down and actually wraps around the standing left leg a little bit, and it's currently up to about the belly button.
So do I have a hint or thought of what it could be?
It's definitely
At this
fiendish.
point.
It's obviously sexualized and fiendish in nature. Given the goat legs and the barbed tail, it's pretty... Bar the horns and the wings and the black eyes, it's pretty stereotypical traits of. Because there's
Just imagine
heavy
we've all-
stereotypical fiendish traits are pure black eyes, horns, wings, fangs, tail, goat legs.
I'm
some...
too into design that, so I'd say, what's the purpose of this?
A little bit of
Yeah,
intimidation.
you're literally
little
showing
bit
a
of branding.
satanic structure to
It wasn't showing it. It was just there. It's just like a little bit of intimidation doesn't go amiss.
And where about on the ship is it at the moment? Sorry.
It's currently right at the front of the deck. Like, you know the large pole that sticks out the front of a ship? I don't know what it's called. You know, the pokey bit?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
currently about a few feet back from that on the very front of the deck.
And I take it the purpose is to put it on the front as like a ship's head sort of thing.
Yeah. It's going to be like the ship's
Right.
mouth underneath.
It's going to be a figurehead at some point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the word. I couldn't think of the fucking word.
I was thinking of it as well. I couldn't think of it. It was annoying.
Is it?
It's been
Is it
made out of metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks to be iron.
You do know that's going to completely put the ship's balance out by putting so much weight at the front of the ship.
oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were going to have
counterbalance,
a religious problem with it, not a physics problem. Okay.
I'm not really trying it yet, but I'm just more concerned about the weight.
Right,
that's
right.
gonna-
You've got to
who's gonna
understand,
put it there?
the priorities of a cleric is physics first, God later.
We need another
That's-
one.
that was
we
my
need, we need
next
to build
argument.
another one and
But-
put it on the back to balance it out.
Technically,
then
you've
the
not-
problem is, the problem is you're going to do that.
It'd be
You're
fun.
gonna, yeah, it's the buoyancy. You're going to lower the ship even more.
Well, we also have approximately 59.5 automatons on board this ship that are made of heavy metal.
Yeah, we could kick
I
a
don't
couple
think
off.
buoyancy is our
That-
issue.
This ship can take the extra.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
it
huge.
will be fine.
Yeah.
It's a massive galleon.
It's not going to alter anything.
Oh yeah, no, the cargo
I don't
capacity of
think
this
it's-
ship is a few ton. Let me
Is
see
it
if
hollow as well?
cargo
Yes.
capacity is 20 tons.
Yeah.
So
you could
that's-
make it follow.
So yeah, it can carry 20 tons, not counting crew and itself and basic munitions.
Yeah, and
Well,
the
it'll-
statue's
it'll
hollow.
be
It's
fine.
not heavy.
Yeah, because what it is, the capacity of this is 30 medium-sized automatons, 11 medium-sized crew members and 1 captain, and 20 tons of cargo, which, yeah, that's the stats that I'm reading off that you guys have access to.
You shouldn't destabilize too much though by putting a
The balance of the
hollow
ship will
giant.
definitely come into question, but no, in terms of raw weight,
Balance.
I don't think it would, to be honest.
No,
it just cause it to list a little bit, that's all, but not terribly.
It's in the
it
middle.
would have to be extremely
Oh yeah,
heavy.
oh yeah,
to
for
lift.
sure. The statue's hollow. It is heavy. It's probably gonna.
If it was made of lead, then
It's
yeah.
probably gonna weigh a few
Yeah.
100 pounds when it's done. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
it should
it's
be
not
fine.
gonna tip it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be in the middle as well. Like, it's not.
Well, I mean, you just said it's going to be in the front. So
Yeah, well,
be
yeah,
at the
front,
front.
but not like.
is
he's
it going to be
saying-
the figure? How can the figurehead be in the middle?
No, he's saying like it's going to list from like it's like the ship's going to drift left or right. Is what Danny made it sound like. It's
Oh.
center.
I don't think it would
Well,
though.
centre,
Yeah,
not
You know
it
what I
would
middle.
be
mean?
so much
What's the
heavier.
equivalent of back and forward lifting and listing?
Oh, right, okay, right.
Like, 'cause it'll be
Yeah.
it'll have like a slight like drag stance, so where the back wheels are like slightly lifted.
All we need to do then is rebalance it at the back or do
Yeah.
something. But it shouldn't really have that much of an issue because of the fact it's not heavy enough to do that.
Would it be more
Yeah, it all
agreeable?
depends on the rest of the size.
Well, it's a person, isn't it? Like if I stand next to it, it comes up to like my midriff, right? It's a person.
Usually,
Yeah.
figureheads are bigger than a natural
it's
person.
about it's
anyway.
about it, at the minute it is about to scale of a medium-sized humanoid at the moment.
Vlad, would it be agreeable if you wanted like a saloon at the back? Would that?
Oh,
Would that?
I don't care for anything like that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. I just thought, well, okay, but we need some kind of, we could have some kind of decoration at the back as a counterbalance then.
also thank you for.
It's. I'd rather
keeping an eye out.
keep the.
A ship this
weight
size,
anyway.
size wouldn't need it, but sure, decoration,
Yeah.
go for
Yeah.
it.
We do. But it's fine. But also thank you for looking out and thinking about the actual ship balancing. It is valued for that. Also, why is it such a slutty demon lady, devil lady? When did that happen? It was
Why
literally
not?
a normal person yesterday. I'm just
Oh,
meaning
yes,
that that's a
no,
huge.
yes, the change. Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I might have updated the specs. Francesco.
Of course you did.
I mean, you have, not just mice.
Yes, I have.
Right. So you're going for we're slutty pirate type people. I'm taking you're thinking of.
Oh, we
Devil
Like
worship
Captain
person?
Ship. Sorry. That was
with the
very
captain
out
on
of
this one.
character.
I've just been me, and you're just like, it needed a bit of spicing up and a bit of controversy, a bit of branding does not hurt things. Quartermasters do the jobs, the storage, all that. Pirates do, captains do combat and the branding. Bit of branding does not hurt.
Bit of brandy
Also,
doesn't
if
either.
people,
Hmm.
also, it may make people create new life. Isn't that good for your goddess?
Yay.
Creating new life of demons. You mean?
No, what I mean is,
I think she just meant procreation.
attractive. Yeah,
Making
they
him,
might-
yeah. Interested in.
I was like, you were conceived by. I got really horny by this boat floating by.
Trying to look for a silver
Ooh.
lining that might help Brad.
Am I finding boat boys?
It's a fucking stretch.
Mad
though.
fan.
This is funny. I don't know if Danny Stu's frozen or he's just not moving.
I'm
but-
just not moving.
He's not moving.
I don't need
He's
to. I'm just
probably
taking all this in.
Yeah. He's probably thinking,
I'm
"Oh my
away,
god, where's this going?"
boys.
He's loving it. He's not. Yeah. he's
Oh,
just
I think
loving
it's
it.
great. I think it's great.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Sometimes
but
I do genuinely, when multiple characters are involved in RP and not just one or two, I do love sometimes just sitting back and just listening to it. It's nice.
Best thing as a DM.
Yeah, it's just nice to just kick the ball a little bit with obviously a bit of input from me and then just watching it play out.
So, on that note, should we maybe continue our journey to Ursula's Den? So we can
We need to get Veth.
I mean, that
feel
is
like-
constant anyway, so unless you
Yeah.
tell the Ottos otherwise, you don't need to worry about
Just fast
saying
travel,
that. Yeah.
basically.
The thing is, because the Ottos don't ever need to eat and sleep and stuff, the travel is constant on this ship, which is the reason why you are able to max out the travel capacity at 48 miles a day.
Also, in my before I let you all go, in my I'm trying to think of the words, but in my role as quartermaster, something has been quite evidently brought to my attention regarding what everybody's roles are, and I don't know if it would be a good idea to maybe assign some roles to individuals so that we can actually feel like a crew rather than going, well, what do you do? And then it's coming
Well, it does make sense
right to the
because
shop.
yeah, two of us do things, and then everyone else probably feels like a spare part. So that is a good idea.
And long stretches of time where you don't really do anything can be hard on the mind. So, if you would like to make
To
some
be-
suggestions
to
of
be
what role you would like to take,
Oh, I was going to say,
Doesn't
to be
mean you
fair,
would
on
get
this. No, I'm just saying on this ship. Normally, you would be like a rigger or you would be a swabber, but the Ottos do all the crew stuff. So
we can put you in charge of head of gunnery, so that you will literally be the one who the commands are given to in order to set the autos off. Just come up with something that makes sense.
gunnery doesn't sound like me, to be honest.
No, but for example, Captain Quartermaster, come up with your own title. I don't mind, but just something that makes you feel that. I feel that we all need to be part of something, and this is how we start. Day one.
I'm a scout, but I don't really do much of that on this ship.
Have a think.
Okay.
You don't
I
need to
can
do
do-
now.
I was going to say, scouting on a ship is actually a very important role. I don't know what the fuck you mean.
Yeah, we
I
can put
was
you
thinking
in
like
the
scout as in on the ground, and then I said like lookout. I can be
Yeah,
I can be lookout.
works for you. I mean, ships that aren't pirate ships have a chaplain. He sort of looks
Oh,
at Vlad.
Ship's doctor.
Yeah, but it also requires people to
Yeah.
be invested in that religion.
Mm.
What's a chaplain
guess.
if no one gonna bother with it? Do you know what I mean?
But a lot of ships do have surgeons, do they not? A ship surgeon?
That's very true.
Healers, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be the ship's healer.
Yep. Surgeon,
As long
healer,
as you
whatever.
have
Yep.
Hmm.
Doctor?
What about
calling
me?
you
What can I
doctor?
do?
Dr. Vlad, sorry.
There we go. That'll do.
What do you think you can bring to the table?
I
Barnett?
have a suggestion for Barnett.
Oh, before we do that, I want to hear what he wants to do. Not just give it him.
All right, there you
Come
go.
on, Barnett.
There you go, Barnett.
I'm
Put it in
strong.
your back pocket. Okay.
I can take a lot of damage,
Mhm.
and I can
Yes.
do magic if I get angry that I can't control. That's my skill set.
I think neither was
On a
asking what
sh-
job.
thinking
job
on a
you
ship.
could do.
Yeah, but I don't know where they'll go for me though. You know, I mean, I'm strong. It could be like a builder, maybe. But what are we going to build on a ship? We can't really.
What did you used to do?
Odd jobs, really. Just errands, going fetching stuff. Maybe a little bit of building if we needed it done. Just like I'm not a job man, really.
Captain, you said that you had an idea?
Well, we know who's swabbing the deck.
Oh,
My ambition is to eventually have Marines or fighters, and maybe Barnett could be the leader of them.
A security officer, sort of.
More like
thing.
captain of Marines, or that was what I was thinking, but or security.
Chief
But
security officer?
oh, I like that.
Excellent.
So
I
do we
will-
assign
shit.
specific Ottos to be primarily security under Barney?
well, I think
Or do we hire new crew?
we're hiring people.
Yes.
Okay.
So some of Barnett's responsibilities moving forward. So what we now do is then assign responsibilities to everybody. We need to discuss Dax as well, finally.
Well, on that point, I was thinking we could call them the swordfish, the people we hire as sort like as Marines.
Why are you really into the swordfish thing?
Just
This is the second time you've mentioned it.
it works as a name. It just because we need people who can board ships, and we need a name for them, don't we?
Okay.
We can go with something else. But yeah, we just need
We can be
people
the
with
swordfish.
swords. We need people with swords. You board ships, and
Uh,
Barnett can lead them. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I will tell the fey creature not to be weird and fey just for this time. Like, being like, no, none of this. Behave. Good thing you're not an archfey, isn't it? Dax, what do you bring to the table?
About a bit of entertainment.
Morale is very important.
I
Okay.
can always get the
What with some
autos to
songs?
play an orchestra.
Shanty
Well,
man.
Yeah, come up with some shanties to sing our praises. We can then give that maybe to the circus. So during their performances, they can get the crowd to because most shanties are usually a story being told.
Exactly. Every port we go into, you sing your shanties, get everybody to sing along, and our legend grows.
Exactly. Can you handle that?
I can certainly try.
Excellent. So, and she'll kind of point at everybody. Scouts. Let's get us loads of scouts, maybe, when we go to different places. Identifying which group someone can go into as well, as when we meet people. So we will assign them to our healer, who will also be our spiritual representative, I guess. Even though most of us aren't very religious, you still will play a major part in those who are wanting to be a part of something bigger. And she'll kind of go through each person, basically explaining what their role could be. And
Mhm.
we'll discuss it more out of game.
And I was going to
Because
say,
obviously
and
it's
it is perfect timing leaving it on that as the travel is continuing towards Ulster's Den. You will most likely
Reach it.
Ulster's Den next session, which, for those who are curious, will take place on the 6th of July.
Ooh.
Oh, how special it is. But for those watching right here, I do thank you, but it is the end of the stream. And for those watching on YouTube, the video is going to be ending anytime now, and I thank you for watching. If you are watching from the future, tell me, have we got flying cars yet? Let me know in the comments. Goodbye.
Yes, if you drive off a cliff.